Okay, can you hear us now? Ah, wah, 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 wah. Okay, hello everybody.
My mistake. I was just saying how it's a different mic setup this time because I've got sous chef Bon here ready to assist me with the cultural knowledge I need to make bao because I am extremely Caucasian. So
I, despite being Asian, do not know anything about making bao.
that's fair.
So this will be a learning process for the both of us.
Yeah. Anyway, so the reason I was muted is because I've got a different mic setup today. Usually I have a headset, like always on. It's connected to my phone, and that's connected to Discord back at my desk. Today we're using a boom microphone that's just on our kitchen table, and hopefully that will be able to pick up both of us as we wander around the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
You might already notice things are different because we've got a sifter, and we've got all sorts of different recipes, or not recipes, different ingredients for the dough recipe at the bottom of the screen here. The recipe for bao dough is very, very different. There's vegetable oil instead of olive oil. There's no sugar. And I think the amount of water is less by volume compared to the... I have it written down.
Yeah.
By volume compared to the amount of flour.
Something like that.
Something like that. And crucially this time, we're going to do the dries first and then the wets. So that's like important. Tokido, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Skeleton Crew. There's a saying here in the underworld which reads, if it does not say rest in peace on your tombstone, you get drafted into the Skeleton War. So, thank you very much for your voluntary conscription. You're saving me from having to draft somebody.
Hello, Sunday.
Yeah. Sunday?
Yeah. Toki Doki Sunday.
Oh, I didn't read the whole name. I just read Tokido. Oh, I said Tokido. I didn't realize it was Tokidoki.
Yes.
Gotcha. Hello, yes, welcome. We're going to be doing some cooking. Do you have any other like opening remarks you want to get across before?
About bao?
About anything.
So
PIZZATSUDAN, first and foremost.
unlike pizza, with bao you steam it.
Yes.
So this will not go into the pizza onto the pizza plate as Tom normally does. Oh, you're bringing it out. Okay.
Yeah. So like if you got like well-loved pizza stone like this one, perhaps you can just throw this straight in the garbage. You know, toss this aside. Maybe break it into some fine dust you can use as like a potting mix. You're not going to need the ceramic stone today. You're not going to need a brick oven. In fact, you're not going to need an oven at all. You can do this all on your stovetop, I'm pretty sure.
Yep. All you need is a steamer basket. I don't have a bamboo one, but I do have... Hold on, let me go grab it.
I mean, we will get to that kind of stuff when we get to it. But I guess we might as well tell people if they need.
Yeah, so you're going to need some sort of like high-walled pan or pot. But yeah, I have this sort of opening steamer basket that we are going to use for bao. But if you have a bamboo steamer basket, that also works.
And if you don't have either of those things, you can always just use a colander, which is what I thought we were going to do until...
Oh, shit.
I mean, either works. We've got a colander that sits atop a like stainless steel pot. As long as there's water boiling beneath, a colander is about exactly the same as the bamboo thing. I imagine the heat transfer properties are a little bit different, but this should be sufficient.
Hopefully.
We'll find out. This is also, while I'm old hat at making pizza, because I do it very, very frequently, sometimes more than once a week. I have never done this before. I've never tried to make bao with the dough. I've never tried to assemble them with the pinching. So we're going to see how it works out.
If we fail, my ancestors will kill me.
Yeah, and that's the other thing, is this is kind of like a sacrilege, I feel like, because I know
It's fine.
you're talking about how you couldn't tell your folks about this.
I'm afraid. I feel like if I tell my folks about this, they'll be like, why? Why are you doing this? Just eat bao normally as you would with like, I don't know, a meat filling or a vegetable filling.
What do you mean?
Why do you...
We have a meat filling. It's pepperoni.
Oh my
Of
God.
course.
Well, the sacrilege part is like the marinara sauce, the tomato.
I guess you're right. I guess you're right. I guess with that out of the way, all of our opening remarks, do you want to get started?
Yeah, sure. I'm just gonna watch you.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna. You tweeted that you were gonna help, so I assumed that there would be some kind
I
of
am
assistance.
quote unquote help for now.
Let me get my apron.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Make sure you are well equipped.
Yeah.
In the kitchen.
Get equipped with Flour Buster. My camera facing me, yes. Good. As always, let us know how the audio levels are. I am so poor at not using a headset. every other stream I do is the microphone directly attached to my mouth. I never know if I'm supposed to be looking at the microphone, and every time I move slightly further away from it, I typically have trouble. So, okay. Once again, the recipe, if you wanted to follow along at home or in the future, can be found at the bottom corner of the screen here where it says dough. If not there, you can also find it on my Twitter. The infographic that I have for PIZZATSUDAN is for this week includes the dough recipe for Baozi, and you're about to say something.
Oh, I was about to say Baozi.
Yeah, I know I'm pronouncing it wrong.
I'm also pronouncing it wrong.
Are you?
Yes.
Interesting. Who's to say?
I have my tones wrong.
Yeah. Okay. So, first order of business: 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I hope we have enough in this bag. I'm using King Arthur's.
Do we have?
We have another bag.
Okay. Get back.
You just want to put it right in the sieve, right?
Yep.
So this is going to be difficult because it's going to keep.
Oh yeah, let me hold on.
That's how you can help. 1. And. That's not quite 2.
No. 2 and some.
As for all of my lovely adoring audience here, what's everybody else cooking tonight? Assuming not everybody's following along intently at home. What are the other excellent meals that we have cooking tonight? What is this? 2 tablespoons of sugar? That seems like a lot.
Yeah, sure.
But that's correct. Cramp says, I am making pizza buns. So
Yes.
Cramp has actually made this before, which is
Beat us to the punch.
which is very exciting. 2 tablespoons of sugar, huh? Seems like so much. And they came out very good, I gotta say, Cramp, because you shared some with us, and they were so good that it inspired me to try and do it myself at home. We gotta bring you your Tupperware back, but very good.
Send you home with some.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe with some cursed flavors too.
I believe this recipe makes 8 individual buns, so maybe we can send some your way. I can't imagine we're gonna eat. And then Isby, I saw you made a curry pizza, which came out a little soggy, it sounded like, but otherwise looked very good.
Yummy.
The dough stretching seems like it worked out quite well. 1 teaspoon of yeast. I am using, as always, Fleischmann's Bread Machine Instant Yeast Rapid Rise. Swear by this stuff. I've actually almost exhausted my supply. I don't know how well you can tell from the camera here, but this is very nearly empty, which is incredible because it's such a hefty jar of yeast. Okay, 1 teaspoon.
Okay. Here we go.
So what is the purpose of the sieve here?
It's to just make sure all the
Like evenly? Is that what it is?
the sugar's
Not granular enough?
not granular. Just gonna sprinkle it on.
That's when I turn around and say this is salt, right? What do we got here? Millennium Cyborg says, it's a heat wave in the UK. Sticking some cool foods. I had a mozzarella, cucumber, and hummus sandwich. That sounds excellent.
That's very yummy.
I'm a big mozzarella proponent. Last dry ingredient here is 1 tablespoon of, I think I wrote baby powder. I did write baby powder on my, not on the recipe on screen, but on my handwritten notes. Baking powder. 1 teaspoon. What does baking powder do? Do you know, Bon?
Oh, that's a bit too much. It helps rise the dough, I believe.
In what way?
There's like foaming action.
It like provides moral support, you think?
No, it like it helps foam the
Okay.
Or it helps rise the dough, I think.
Okay, like it's a rise out of the dough, like it says something really inflammatory on purpose.
Perhaps.
Okay, next up we've got vegetable oil, not olive oil. We're gonna do 1 tablespoon.
Oh, hold on. Before you do that.
Yeah, you want to mix this up a little bit? Go for it.
Okay.
All right, 1 tablespoon vegetable oil, not olive oil, though olives are a vegetable. I don't know why there's a difference. I'm so inept.
It says baking powder make bubble.
Makes bubbles.
Like a bubble bath.
Is that a good thing?
I don't know.
Okay. And then very specific recipe that I was able to find says 1/2 cup plus 2 tablespoons of water, which just seems so specific. I've got my bowl of warm water here. You always want your water to be warm. never cold. If it's cold, the yeast will not metabolize or it won't wake up the yeast, which I'm assuming is coming out of your refrigerator. And so your bread will take much, much longer to rise. And given that we're on a time crunch here, this is going to take about 70 minutes, shorter than the usual 90, to rise. We don't want that. That would be, as they say, not good. No, so we're going to take our 1/2 cup. And what was the other one? 2 tablespoons? I guess I can just use the one that had the oil in it, right? Should be fine. I'm not using the water for anything else. Such a specific amount of water. I always struggle with the water calculations when I do pizza, and it's always just add more flour, add more water, back and forth until you get like a consistency you like. And now you're supposed to just mix it, I guess, which I will let sous chef Bon handle.
Making me do all the hard work.
It's hard. I guess that's what you're here for. That's what sous chefs do. They do all the hard work and don't get the appreciation.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Being underappreciated in this household.
Just a bit. It's fine. I'll make it up to you somehow.
Oh, I'm also Tom now.
Oh, are you? I guess that's true. I guess that does make you me, thanks to the miracles of modern facial tracking technology.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I step out of the way, whoever's doing the work is technically Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Technically. So how do you know when this dough is ready to be let rising?
When everything is like together, basically.
Oh, we've been accosted by.
Oh,
I need to.
Welcome, 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 Raiders. Welcome, Reina.
Who goes there? Who goes there? Reina. Thank you for the raid. You're just in time. Does Coco like pizza? She cannot eat it as she is a reptile. Not safe for consumption. Not that you'd want to.
Yeah.
Yes. Pizza asterisk. Today we're making essentially steamed buns, which are not the same kind of dough or anything like that, but we are putting pizza toppings and more inside. Yeah. I've got a couple requests in the top left here. You'll see viewers have requested things such as bacon and kimchi. So we'll see what happens. Is there a way to increase the screen size here? I'm trying to read the chat and it's so far away. It's just so far away.
I'm gonna add a smidge more water because there's some that's not sticking.
What if the pizza is made out of sunflowers and tortoise stuff? Is the question being asked. I don't think it becomes a pizza at that point. I think that's a different beast altogether. Kind of like what we're doing tonight. Not really a pizza. I've misled everybody.
We're not making pizza?
Doesn't seem like it.
Oh, shit.
Reina, what were you up to, by the way? Both of our hands are kind of elsewhere, so I can't give you the shout-out command, but what were you playing? Or streaming, if you were not playing something.
I think there's not enough water.
This is the struggle I always have, right? But I'm always told, like, no, you use the right amount of water.
This doesn't feel like I'm using enough water. It's not sticking.
The red shirt makes you think you somehow kidnapped Tom Scott, and you're forcing him to knead dough for you. I don't know who Tom Scott is, but there's only... So I can confirm that that's not the case. Last I checked, there is not a Tom Scott in this kitchen. So I don't know.
It's somewhere. We're getting most of the things in.
Hold on, I'm gonna move stuff. Very difficult. Also, this microphone is isn't that like a 360-degree microphone? Because now people are gonna hear me behind them.
But it's a... Okay, how about now? This mic is pretty finicky because the moment you move a cable, it like disconnects on itself.
Oh, you think I unplugged it by accident? Is that better, Lua?
Okay, cool.
Sorry about that. We muted it before to move the thing it's plugged into, and I guess it just gave up. Thank you for letting us know where we continue our exploits. You'd be missing all of the great Zatsudan. And what is Zatsudan we have? There's a lot of shit going on right now.
Is there?
Well, I feel like a lot of stuff specifically this weekend has happened.
Oh yeah.
We've been very, very busy. Probably shouldn't happen, huh? Oh,
Probably not.
Stream buffering. Okay. Hopefully not a problem.
Hopefully.
But yeah, you're just in time. Bon here is kneading the dough. Sous chef Bon.
I don't
With the
even
assist.
think this might be open.
Looks pretty good. Do you want me to oil up the bowl and then we can?
Are we?
Yes, it's supposed to be an oil bowl, just like we do for pizza. Even though the dough is different, that part is still the same.
We proofing the whole thing first, and then
Yes, you need to.
we're be cutting it up first, and then proofing.
What would you prefer to do?
No idea. I guess each individual piece, because we do have proofing containers.
We do have these fun little proofing containers.
We have fun little proofing containers now.
What does this say on it?
It says it's a baba dough.
What does that mean?
It's just a proofing container. It's like it's made out of silicone, and it's round so that when you finish proofing it, it stays round.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought it for you because you make lots of pizza, but after I bought it for you, you stopped making pizza on a regular basis. So we haven't used these yet.
No. Typically, I'll just cut the dough in half and let each half rise individually in smaller individual containers. But if you want to chop this up, we had a tool for this, right?
Yeah, it's over there.
You don't want to use the big sword?
No. No.
You don't want to?
No.
You don't want to get slasher movie in here?
Okay, fine.
No, I'll get you. Which did you prefer? The much smaller slasher movie. Alright, hello, welcome.
Hello, Art. Welcome.
Thank you for your one subscription. And thank you for hitting me in the fucking head. I definitely deserve it.
Get on.
Yeah, it's true.
Fuck you.
I deserve it. There's no two ways about it. Now this doesn't seem like this is particularly.
No. You don't think so?
I don't know. We're supposed to cut this into 8 segments. Is that right? We're gonna do 4 and then cut them again when they rise.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let me go put on my food safe clothes. What's this doing? Rolling.
How does one
Can you scoot over
Yeah.
so I can have some space?
Yes.
How does one?
I lost my train of thought.
That's awesome. This keeps happening to you where you will be saying something and no one will interrupt you or anything, but you'll just forget what you were saying.
I
You
forgot.
forgot. It happens.
It just happens.
So what we're doing here is we're going to let the dough proof, which is the part where it rises. And before we let the whole thing rise,
It's gonna be a big boy.
yeah, before the whole thing rises, you want to cut it up into smaller pieces because it will be very difficult to portion it properly post-rising. If you do that, that's a mistake I've made with normal pizza many times, is I'll just let the whole thing rise, and then I will not be able to cut it properly, and it will become a big, sticky monster. All right, so we're going to put these in our little proofing
Should it
containers.
still be oiled?
I don't know. I don't know how to use these things. You're the one who bought them.
I think you oil it.
Then provide some oil.
Want to use? I guess it's a vegetable oil.
I mean, if you want to use the olive oil, we can get that too. If you don't have these funny little proofing containers, any kind of oil bowl will do, and then you're going to want to put saran wrap over it. I'm not a fan of these because you can't watch it rise when they're in there, which I think is like half the fun.
Oh, I guess I could cover it with saran wrap if you want.
I guess, but that defeats the whole point of it being
Yes,
that's why I'm like, that's why I don't use these.
I see.
I think that
You like watching them.
it's important to know when it's done rising. Yes, if you can't see it, how do you know? It might never rise. And then in 70 minutes, we'll open it and it'll look exactly the same. You know? These are the problems.
Supposedly.
These are the problems.
These are the problems.
The struggles.
Well, we can leave one open. Watch it rise.
I suppose.
And cover it with saran wrap.
Just assume. Just assume that the others are following. Hey, Denchi, you are just in time. We finished the dough kneading portion. Bon's a natural at this. Obviously, it's because she's been watching me for so long. How's it going, Tom? It's going great. I'm here with Sous Chef Bon, and we are well on our way to making steamed buns, like the Simpsons skit. Actually,
Good Lord, what is happening in there?
exactly. Steamed buns. Do we even have saran wrap?
You should.
Yes, we do.
So this one will let rise.
Not me tearing out way too little saran wrap. I always do this. I always take, like, not enough cling wrap. There we go, that's fine. We can watch this one rise. Hopefully, this one's behavior will reflect the other 3 that we can't see. Steamed buns. Alright, so, with the dough kneaded and apportioned, we're now going to let it proof for 70 minutes. I will be right back to set the timer, which you can see in the top left here.
Do we want to make the fillings?
Yes, that's the next step.
Okay.
But we'll gotta start the timer first.
Gotcha. Well, I'm gonna move these 3 out of the way so that we can continue to prep.
So Denchi, I'm glad you've asked what kind of stuff is going on going inside the buns here, because that's the part that makes this still technically, by my definition, a PIZZATSUDAN, because we're gonna do the roni and we're gonna do ragu in the corner here. Did I like put the roni out of frame? Okay, there we go. And we're gonna do, in addition to mozzarella, my big brain blast here was how do we get the filling to like actually congeal? Because if you just do sauce and like shredded mozzarella, it's going to be very liquidy and it's going to be hard to get it nice and firm as a blob in the center when you're going to try and pinch the bun together. Because the way you make these, what's going to happen after this finishes rising and we cut it again, is we're going to make it into a small circle, like the kind on the mat here, and then we're going to put a dollop of the filling in the center, and we have to pinch the corners, like a pleated fashion, so they all come together at the top. If you've ever seen one, they look like a hand doing the gesture, right? Where all the fingers are pinched together at the top. So if you just do a very liquidy filling, like, normal tomato sauce, pizza sauce, it's not going to be thick enough, and it's just going to run. You're going to basically have a very tiny pizza, which is not the goal here, because we're not baking these. We're going to steam them. So I had the big brain blast of deciding we should get some ricotta cheese, which is very, very dense, but still malleable. We're going to use that. We're going to mix some tomato sauce with it, as well as some mozzarella. And hopefully that will provide a sufficient filling, and we can add pepperoni intermittently. In addition, I've been asked by 2 separate viewers to provide kimchi, and specifically they want the kimchi with the cheese. So I will be putting this, I guess, with ricotta and moz.
Yeah.
We'll see. And then more normally, I guess, is bacon. I've been asked to provide bacon, so I'll be grilling some of these up in the background as time goes by. Also, again, if you're a veteran of PIZZATSUDAN, you may remember that I always do a 90-minute proofing session. Today is only going to be 70 minutes based on arbitrary recipe guidelines that I've seen online. So keep that in mind. It was 20 minutes shorter than usual. We will see if that works. I've never made this dough before. I've never tried to proof bao dough at all. I've never tried to make it at all. So maybe it'll need more time after that. I don't know. No promises. We're all learning together. That's the point of this event. So, with that said...
What do first?
What should we do first? The bacon will not take a whole hour to grill, so I'm going to save that towards the end. I guess we could mix... So my thought is, with the ricotta, there are 2 ways we can go about doing this, right? You can either mix this directly with the sauce until you get like a more orangey kind of mixture, or you can just literally just take a spoon of one and a spoon of the other at the point of having the bao. If you mix these together ahead of time, it's kind of similar to what we do for like stuffed shells. I don't know. What do you think would taste better? You're the one. You are one of the ones who's going to be eating this. What do you want for dinner?
What do I want for dinner? I just want to eat the bao.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay. In that case, I guess we can mix some of this together. Make some filling. Okay, I like the pizza sword though. It's fun. I'm sad that I won't be able to use it today. It's one of my favorite tools. So many things are so different today. We're not using the pizza sword. We're I don't know. It's just a whole lot of things that are different. We're not going to be using the pizza stone. We don't even need to use the oven. Just the stovetop. What's the world coming to?
Is this sacrilege?
No, I don't think so. I think this is actually a really cool blend of cultural, I guess, norm, but in a way that ends up with them being unacceptable by both halves.
True.
Pizza purists would definitely not consider this a pizza in any way, and about purists would go, like you said, disown you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's exciting. Delicious. So it's going to be mostly ricotta because we need the firmness of the cheese. Make sure that you actually have ricotta and not like cannoli filling, something sweet. You don't want the cheese to be too sweet. It's going to be mostly that, I think. Let's maybe be... Well, we're going to make 8 of these, right? And only half of them are going to probably be with cheese. We're going to... like such. And then you can pile in your red sauce, though it doesn't have to be red. And if you have the tenacity to make this at home, the red sauce, more power to you. That is definitely some way that I'd like to expand this streaming format in the future, is to red sauce it up and make my own from crushed tomatoes that I crush from home. But I do not have a way to get my camera over the stovetop, so it seems like a non-starter for me. It doesn't seem like it'd be very engaging.
We shall figure it out.
Someday I'll figure it out, but not right now.
Hop on over to chop the pepperoni.
Okay, wait, you're gonna chop it up?
Mhm.
Interesting. So, one other thing that I'm gonna add to this mixture, once I finish stirring it, is some fresh basil from the herb garden.
Which I also need to chop.
Yes, I'll bring that to you in a second. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Got the sauce mixed directly with the cheese, but it's still in the consistency where it holds together and it's not just gonna leak all over the place. Which I think is kind of the ideal here. Keep going. And then, of course, we're gonna add mozzarella to it later. I'll add the mozzarella in loose in addition to this mixture. I think we could probably add more. Similar principles apply when making sauce like this or a filling like this to how we make pizza every other week here, every so often, which is you want to use less sauce than you think you need, because if you use as much sauce as you think you want, it's going to be too runny and too wet, and it's not actually going to properly cook or bake properly. If you have too much liquid, it will keep the dough too damp, and you're going to have problems. Oh, you're just putting the pepperoni directly in here?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Is that okay?
Not what I had in mind at all, but that's fine.
Oh, really? What did you have in
I
mind?
was just going to sprinkle those in after we put the filling in, but if we want to make this a whole mixture, that's fine.
Yeah, I think
Wow.
that's the way to go. Usually with bao, you create the filling, all the stuff that you need into it.
That makes sense. I was thinking like a dollop of this, and then stuff would stick to it if you just put it in loose. I guess this makes a lot of sense.
And all the ingredients mesh.
I guess. Doesn't make a great noise for stirring, but that's okay.
Can you guys hear it?
I can't imagine they can hear it.
Can you hear the lovely noise? You might have to put it closer to...
That's a gross, wet noise.
I think it's great.
Be my guest then.
Alrighty. You guys hear it?
Awful. Watching the viewer count deplete in real time. Absolutely disgusting. And then the last thing is going to be fresh basil from the herb garden. And I think that's probably the first Zatsu topic here, is our fun little herb garden.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
I don't know how much we've talked about it on stream before,
Yeah.
if at all.
I don't remember.
I mentioned
might
some
have.
yesterday, but other than that, I don't think we've mentioned it.
Yeah, so the beginning of the summer, we went to the garden store and we were like, time to set up an herb garden. Previous years' attempts have been futile, but we were like, let's try again. And so we went and, well, first we started, I started trying to grow the basil from seed. and
That didn't work.
it just didn't work.
Did not sprout at all.
I have like a bunch of herbs that I want to seed.
Sitting on our windowsill right now are probably about a dozen, maybe 2 dozen containers full of dirt that had seeds in them that have not sprouted and are still sitting on our.
So they did not sprout. I think the soil mixture that I bought wasn't like really good at. Well, it's supposedly good for retaining heat or retaining water.
Yeah.
But
they dried out really fast.
Yeah, it dried out really fast. I think they expected me to put it into like a little greenhouse sort of container, instead of like leaving it out in the open.
That sounds good.
So that was a failure. And so then we were like, okay, let's just go buy some like baby herbs at the garden center, and we did that. And I also bought like this thing called a rain bag, or like a grow bag, which is like not a garden pot. It's more like a bag.
If you thought terracotta was the end all be all gardening expertise in having drainage technology, you haven't seen anything. This is literally a mesh bag.
It's a mesh bag, and it's supposed to promote root growth, like better root growth, because the way they explained it was when a plant grows its root, or when a plant is starting to get thirsty, it will grow its roots to like deeper down into the soil so that it can find like some sort of water in the soil. And so if you have like a plastic or a terracotta pot, what ends up happening is once the roots kind of get to the bottom of the pot, it starts to wrap the roots around itself, therefore
this is being root bound, by the way.
Yep, and therefore suffocating the plant because there's too many roots and they're like intertwining and tangling.
It's like when you finally lose at Snake, the video game, and you hit your own tail. That's kind of the problem plants have when they become root bound. Their roots have no new path they can take because there are only other roots in the way.
Yeah.
So they just suffocate.
And so with the grow bag, they're supposed to I guess what it tries, and I guess another behavior of roots is when it touches like some sort of air, when it knows like the root has gotten to like the surface of the air or something, it will stop. It stops growing.
Yeah.
At that point, it's like, oh, I have hit the surface. I'm going to stop growing, and not kind of wrap around itself.
So when you have an aerated bag where there's air on all sides, what happens?
The roots tend to be a lot more healthier in the sense that it will not wrap around itself, and instead it will just try to find alternate paths in the soil.
Yes, it's been a rousing success. Cramp's dough is proofing. So is ours, I hope. I guess give us the proof of proofing, right? Gotta post photos. We got ours right here. Prove that you're proving. Anyway, the herb garden is going well. I have a tomato plant that is becoming tremendous. It is so obscenely large. It'll have more tomatoes. Oh, it's way too much.
There's too much?
Wait, it's fine.
I put too much?
You can stop with the pepperoni.
Okay, I'm gonna do basil now.
Picture it didn't have the eyes, but he gets it. So anyway, yeah, the basil is why I bring this up. So we have a tomato plant that's doing really well. We had escarole, which was destroyed by rabbits. It was doing very well and then just cut to the root completely by rabbits that wanted to eat it. We have oregano. We've got rosemary. We have basil. And I think that's it. And there are 2 other aspects of this herb garden that I think are worth talking about. The first one is this would not nearly have been so successful if not for the engineer aspect of my brain that wanted to play Minecraft IRL and automate the watering system, the irrigation system, for these plants.
Fucking set up
yeah, so I actually found a timer that I was able to affix to my hose, what's the spigot, I guess. Weird word I don't like to say.
Spigot?
Yeah, it just feels weird. Doesn't roll off the tongue well. So it's a timer I was able to screw on there, and I'm able to digitally input a like calendar date and time where it will turn the valve on and off, and then I can connect a hose to that. So now I have it so that my hose automatically will turn on for 5 minutes at a time at 8 a.m. every 2 days, which is very cool. Problem is, I've got like 6 or so plants to water, So instead of using a traditional gardening hose, I just have a normal rubber hose that has a cap at the other end, and then I can puncture it with smaller, like capillaries that have like sprinkler heads on the other end. So now every single grow bag in our herb garden has one of these little sprinklers in it that is a small offshoot of this main like throughway for the water. And so I'm able to automatically irrigate all of my plants the appropriate amount every other day without needing to.
Smell this shit.
That smells really good. You guys are missing out.
Oh man.
You guys should come to my house right now.
That's the good shit.
Smells really good. That's a bit much.
That's
a bit much. That's probably fine. It smells really good. Yeah, so I am super, super pleased. I can't express enough how tickled the engineering aspect of my brain is that I've automated some system in my life and I'm getting tangible results and seeing my plants thrive. Very, very, very good. I have more tomatoes and basil than I know what to do with. I'm very pleased about these things. The second aspect of the herb garden, though, yes, it is very cool. The second aspect of the herb garden is that it is now currently home to at least one praying mantis. We had a brood that was born here. I definitely observed mantises of 3 or 4 different sizes simultaneously, so I know it's not just the same one over and over again. I only see the one anymore. I don't know if mantis culture is that they eat their siblings, or if the other ones just died, or if they, dispersed or whatever. But every time I need to go get basil from my herb garden, I have to fight this guy, which is fun. If you scroll back a little bit on my Twitter, you'll be able to see photos of the mantis in said herbs, and the camouflage is uncanny. He is exactly the same color as basil, looks identical. He's the same width and length as a leaf from a rosemary plant, so it's very, very difficult to stop this guy.
Rosemary.
Yeah, I mentioned.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I was talking about that.
I wasn't paying attention.
So they're very, very stealthy. And the best part is, despite this guy being maybe this big, like maybe 3 inches, maybe 2.5, he's so aggro. Anytime I reach my hand over to snip, leaves, they'll do the stance.
What's the aggro radius?
Aggro radius is maybe like 6 inches.
Oh, shoot.
Very, very small radius, but they go crazy. If I get my hands in there to snip this thing, they will actually jump at me because I guess he thinks he can take me. I don't know. It's weird. Very, very strange behavior. I commend their bravery, but I think they may be a bit of an idiot.
They're protecting our plants.
Maybe.
From pests.
Maybe.
So.
The last Roni. We have more.
That's good Roni.
That's good Roni. Yeah. So big fan of this mantis. I hope to get to see them grow very large.
I hope they make another brood.
We'll see. I don't know how mantis culture works. I know there's some cannibalism within it. I know they have very strange mating practices. So that's fun. Not looking forward to that. If I were them, I would think. But
BRB.
where are you going?
Getting a drink.
Bon has made eye contact with the Baja Blast. Can you open that right in front of the microphone for the crispest possible?
Right. I'm gonna try. Okay, so here's the Baja. Precious Baja. And I gotta position my finger underneath the tab. There we go.
I hope that was crisp. You're a big fan of this drink, though, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I like it too. It's very, very sugary.
It's my favorite, soda drink.
Yeah. I'm not a big soda drinker. I like that, and I like Sierra Mist. Not Sprite.
What?
I like Sierra Mist.
What?
I don't know.
You don't like Sprite?
Sprite's alright, but Sierra Mist is better.
What about Sierra Mist do you like? That you don't like about Sprite?
It's just, more muted than Sprite, I think.
Oh, so it's Sprite Light.
Yeah,
okay.
But, not with artificial... Well, I guess it's probably artificial sugars. I don't know. It's difficult to say.
Interesting.
Interesting, right? Why is my face not animated? What happened here? Oh, there we go. I guess I'm just not looking at the camera. I'm so busy looking at you. Blah, blah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got filling. Didn't take a whole lot of time to produce. I know in a little...
Kimchi.
We do have kimchi. I don't think we really need to do much in the way of preparing the kimchi.
It's the same process, right?
Well, how so?
With the ricotta.
We're gonna mix the kimchi with the ricotta?
Well, I thought that's what you're gonna do.
Oh, I was just gonna do mozzarella, but you can do ricotta if you want.
Oh.
That seems dangerous.
That is dangerous. I'm gonna need my gloves again for this one.
What's that?
Because kimchi does stain.
Oh, that's true.
Like to not stain myself.
Can't wash this cabbage off your hand.
Let's see. I'm gonna need chopsticks because I don't want to get too much of the kimchi juice into the filling because then it's gonna water down.
The whole point is to make it tacky, right?
Yes.
Interesting.
Smells good.
Interesting. So this was requested by Char, who wanted the kimchi, who's also the one who alerted us the existence of.
Oh yeah, in which go ahead.
What?
I was jumping. I was jumping to the conclusion.
Oh, I guess maybe. So Char was at AX repping the Sundaria booth, and a lot of people were at AX. And apparently at Anime Expo, AX, there was a food truck for a product called Baozi, which is what we're making here. And so she encouraged us to try and do it ourselves at home, which we are, I think, going to be able to do. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't be able to do it at home. But when I asked if she had any specific requests for things to put in there, she told me kimchi. And I was immediately very confused because I was like, Char, you know that this is supposed to be pizza, right? Like the whole point, if I just put kimchi in it, isn't it just about like normally? And then she's like, no, with the cheese. So here we are. What are you doing?
I'm chopping it.
Oh, okay.
So that it's more easier to, I guess, digest. Although kimchi is supposed to help you digest. So
Easy to digest.
it's full of probiotics.
No, I mean, why would chopping
So you don't get like strands of vegetable.
strand type dinner? Okay.
Strand type. Can you bring the Baozi? So the other part of this Baozi story is that after seeing the Baozi, Tom did some research and he found that there is a company out there that does
Yeah, this is the food truck.
Yeah, that makes a Baozi and just ships it to you via UPS.
So we got a crate of these.
Yeah, I ordered a sampler pack because I was curious on what all the flavors were like. And we got a bunch. We got margarita, we got pepperoni.
You've eaten most of them by now, though.
Yeah, we finished the barbecue chicken one.
Mhm.
There's cheesy spinach.
Not the thing spinach. Cheesy
spinach. So which is kind of like what we're doing with the kimchi here. So
That's
instead of,
correct. That's a leap of the imagination.
Really?
Calling this quote unquote cheesy spinach seems
but it's like
disingenuous.
it's like vegetable.
It is like a vegetable, that's true.
It's like vegetable. So
You've got a point there. I can't contend that kimchi is not a vegetable. But calling it cheesy spinach is a different story, I feel like. Yeah, so Char led us onto the Baozi train, and now we're here, a week later. What are your thoughts about Anime Expo now that it's happened?
I have like half FOMO and half glad I didn't go because if I went, I definitely would have caught COVID. Just by looking at the crowd photos. And
No, okay, so the way you phrased it made it sound like the act of looking at the photos would give you COVID.
I mean, a little bit, right?
Like the crowds are so
it was so densely packed. Nobody was distancing.
It seems scary.
And like a lot of people didn't seem to have their masks on, which was also kind of scary.
It seems very scary.
Even though the AX com policy was like, please wear your masks indoors.
Well, their com policy was originally like, please wear your masks and also you got to be vaccinated.
Yeah.
And then their com policy was like, we have your money now, so actually, whatever you do is up to you.
Yeah.
Good luck, have fun. I think it was like a day after refunds and a day after Artist Alley confirmations, they rolled back their policy or tried to.
They tried to. A lot of people got upset about it. And so they rolled it back. I don't know why this keeps happening because it happens to con.
Every time. They're told to roll it back.
Yeah. So I don't know why they think it's a good idea. I don't know if like they were mandated by the convention center to like say that, but either way, it's really dumb because you're we didn't get a lot of people.
Gates absolutely. If I recall correctly, someone had an air quality sensor.
Yes.
Going around different AX areas, and it was just outright dangerous in terms of CO2 parts per million. That's what I saw as well.
Yeah.
It was like levels that you should only be in, like single individual in like a non-strenuous environment for like 8 hours maximum or something
Yeah.
like that. So now imagine it's 95 degrees and you're in Los Angeles and you're on your feet walking around, breathing in way more air than you normally would. Probably not safe. Probably
Especially
use that chart.
Yeah, especially if you I think the highest levels were at the artist alley, and most people in the artist over 8 hours, like just sitting there. So that fucking sucks.
And these two issues are the same issue. In my armchair epidemiologist opinion is, okay, so you've got an airborne pathogen, very bad, but people maybe will wear their masks, which is better.
Mm-hmm.
But now you're reducing air quality. So careful, Woody. You look like you're about to like slash your hand open.
No, I was adjusting my goal.
So now you're right by reducing the amount of available oxygen in the air and more of its CO2. The end result is that your average person will be gasping for air or breathing more, basically, to get the same amount of oxygen that they need. This provides more opportunities for them to be breathing in coronavirus particulate. So because they'll be breathing more heavily, and they'll just be breathing more by rolling the dice more and more. So by having a lower air quality, even if the amount of virus particulate is not also increased, you are, I believe, increasing the odds that somebody will come in contact with it. Just a guess.
Yeah.
Very, very stressful. I'm glad that I know some people who made it through AX unscathed. Many people I know who went did end up with COVID because them's the bricks, and that's how conventions work now.
Yeah. So like I like the FOMO part is like I wish I got to see friends there, but also I don't know. I don't really want to catch COVID.
It is sad slowly realizing that it will become more and more impossible with each coming year to ever see anybody on the West Coast. Like, unless you fly, which doesn't seem to be like a good plan. Yeah,
even flying, you still have to like you still have to assess for risk inside the airplane cabin, because I think like people have been measuring CO2 levels, but that.
Oh, I just mean in terms of like it being closed air, not even CO2 problems. Like even if their oxygen levels were fine in their cabin.
But like they like depending on which airline and which airplane, like the rate at which the air gets recycled, may vary.
Summary is I'm very scared all the time now. Basically, anytime I go anywhere, I'm very scared. Everybody, it really does feel like the walls are closing in around me, and there's less and less I can do. Yeah, the olds in power have decided that the go forward plan is to just keep catching COVID over and over again until it kills you. So so be it. That's just keep doing it, keep stacking that debuff. Who knows?
Who knows?
Which I guess kind of segues then into another point, which is that we ate lunch at a restaurant inside today, which stressed the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk
We also did that last week.
Okay, so that's true. I guess which one of those do you want to talk about?
Order.
So last week we were in Boston, right? And that was actually surprisingly, in my opinion, less stressful than the one today. Because for whatever reason, the city of Boston is very, very empty right now. There were not many tourists or pedestrians wandering around as I'm used to. Every time I've been to Boston, it is usually much more crowded. But we went 2 Sundays ago, or last Sunday, I guess.
Sunday. Yep.
And it was very, very, very crowded. Very, very, very empty. Like, subway train, felt safe to be in. We were in several bars, felt safe to be in.
Yeah, people seem to be quote unquote distanced, but
I guess.
like people wore masks to some degree, and so yeah, that was pretty good. And we were outside for most of the time.
It's true, we were outside for most of the time.
That was cool.
What were the highlights from that trip? Because I know, like
oysters.
You like oysters.
I love oysters.
I don't get the oyster. And are there any other oyster enjoyers in chat? Because I do not understand this.
I like oysters.
They're slimy and they're very salty. I don't get it.
Sea boogers.
And how is that appealing? Why is that a good thing?
No, it's just a good mouthfeel.
This is telling me a lot about you. I don't like oysters, but Boston has some of the best for people who do like oysters.
Very yummy.
So we got to have those, which is a lot of fun. And then we just went to a bunch of different bars because that's apparently what people do.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a bar hopper, but my peers all are. I do what I'm told because I like to be accepted, I guess. So
Peer pressure.
it works. Bullying works. Whoa, for the first time in 2 or 3 years, at a friend's party, and I took my mask off there. Whoa. Right? That's how I feel too. It's like, I shouldn't be doing this. This is wrong.
But I am.
But I am. It's scary.
But the bar we went to was interesting because they...
Which one? 'Cause we went to 2.
Well, the first one we went for just drinks, and the second one we went for drinks. But the first bar we went to was like an interesting bar on like the side of a street, and you couldn't really see it or find it.
It was underground, right?
Yeah, it was underground. It was like located. The entrance was like, located within another building.
Yep.
So you kind of had to know where you were going in order to get to there.
We accidentally walked into a hotel lobby being like, the bar is downstairs, and the guy was like,
Yeah.
It's the next one over.
Yeah, so it took us a while to find it. And then once we finally found it, a guy who clearly did not appear to be of drinking age was like checking us and inviting us in to sit down. The host.
Yeah,
the
very
host.
funny that the host looked like a high schooler.
Yeah. And so we sat down, and then the whole thing about this bar was that there was no drink menu. You could just, the bartender that was assigned to your sort of station would like come up and ask you what you liked to drink or how you were feeling that day.
No menu at this place, none at all.
Well, there was a food menu.
Okay, there's a food.
But there was no drink menu.
It was literally like the menu was like, here's, and then for just $15, drink.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yep. And so the whole thing was we just told the guy what we liked. I said I liked an old fashioned. Tom wanted something fruity.
Yep. That's me.
Our friends wanted like a Mai Tai type of drink. And so he was like, okay, cool. And then he asked us a couple of other questions like, what kind of bitters do you like? What kind of syrups and sauces?
Hey, give me marinara. Can I get a cream sauce? Thank you.
What kind of syrups do you like? Things like that. Are you allergic to anything? And I'm quite surprised because after the guy like got all of our requests in, he made us the drinks, and he like gave you a watermelon, which I thought you were allergic to.
I didn't think to say that I was allergic to that because my 2 fruit allergies are bananas, which as far as I know, there's like almost no liquor that would be banana flavored, and then I guess watermelon luck of the draw. So I am allergic to watermelon. I did have a very throat after drinking it, but the drink was good. I didn't die. I wasn't going to go into like anaphylaxis or anything. I knew the risk I was assuming here, so we're good.
I see.
But yeah, dude's job was just making bespoke mixed drinks for every single customer, I guess, which is cool until you, I would imagine, screw it up eventually, and the person actually hates it even though they told you something that suggested they would like it, and then you get into a big fight about who's right, or what did the customer order, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Which is
so far that
dangerous.
hasn't happened.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, you don't know that. You say so far that hasn't happened.
Oh.
As though you've been there.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's
What do
true.
you mean?
Like to us.
We've been there one time. So far that hasn't happened.
To us. Where's the Moz?
Oh, you want to put mozzarella in?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you mean, where is it? You got it right there, right? Yeah. So it's a pretty cool gimmick. What was the other one?
We went for a tiki bar.
A tiki bar? In Boston? Why would they have a tiki bar in
I
Boston?
don't know. Our friends like tiki bars.
I guess. You want to explain it? Any cool stories from the tiki bar?
Well, the only thing about the tiki bar was that they have this really, really good mussel dish. So like mussels as in mussels, the clam.
This clown ate oysters for breakfast and mussels for dinner.
It was so good.
Unbelievable.
It was like mussel poutine because it was like cooked mussels on the bottom, and then they stacked a bunch of fries on top with like some parm and herbs, and it was like the goodest shit ever. It was so good.
Unbelievable. This is so weird to look at. mean, you want to put some in here too?
Oh yeah.
The other one? Yeah. So apparently there's a thriving tiki bar scene in Boston, and I learned that they're going to be bringing a Margaritaville to Faneuil Hall, which is like one of the oldest.
How does that song go?
Huh?
The Margarita song? Margaritaville song?
I can't sing it. I'll get DMCA struck.
Oh, okay.
Everybody knows that he's very litigious.
Really?
I can't even speak his name.
Oh.
No, I'm joking. Jimmy Buffett's not very litigious as far as I know.
Okay.
But yeah, they're bringing a Margaritaville. I don't know how it goes. Hum it for me. No, I can't do it. I will one, fuck it up embarrassingly, but also if I don't fuck it up, I will get copyright stricken. I can't do it. I will not live in Margaritaville. It is not, in fact, 5 o'clock here. It's 7:04 p.m. Can't do it. But there's going to be a Margaritaville bar and restaurant coming to Faneuil, one of the oldest strips of mercantile action in the entire country.
Mm.
And I'm just shocked by looking at like the Capitol building, or not Capitol building. What's it called?
Hmm?
The big hall, not Capitol. Why did I say that?
The old something.
It has a name, right?
It has a name. I don't know.
We're fake fans. We're fake fans.
Oh man.
We're fake fans. But it's going to be very, very jarring next to very rough colonial buildings, like marble buildings, and there's just Margaritaville, Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville, here in historic Faneuil Hall. Exciting.
It's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine. They always host like some sort of Jimmy Buffett.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You were talking about this.
Yeah.
So in Boston, there's this charity event called the Jimmy Fund, right? Yeah, and I'd always assumed it was named after a kid named Jimmy, because typically you go by James once you become an adult, like a Pokemon evolving from Jimmy into James. But I assumed it was like, some kid probably had some kind of disease or something happened to him, so there's a fund in his name. And so the crux of it is you pay money, and then it's just an ice cream buffet, right? Like you donate.
You pay an entry fee as like a donation to get into the ice cream zone, and there's a bunch of like ice cream stalls that are at this event, and they just give you scoops of ice cream.
Point is, the Jimmy in the Jimmy Fund here is apparently, which I didn't learn, and I had to be very clear with you that you didn't just misread it, and it wasn't the Jimmy Buffet, because it is a buffet of ice cream as you described, but it's Jimmy Buffett's ice cream buffet, is what you're saying.
Something like that, yes.
Okay. And then so the other twist in the tail here is that for whatever reason, our godforsaken region refers to sprinkles, the little sugar capsules,
as Jimmy's.
so you could have Jimmy Buffett's ice cream buffet with Jimmy's.
Yes. Yes.
What are we doing here? What are we even doing? Our little Jimmy's, exactly. So you can have Jimmy Buffett's ice. It's like almost like a palindrome, but not quite.
The Jimmyville.
Jimmyville? I
Yeah.
don't know if you can say that.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, it's very exciting. I'm looking forward to going back in better times to Margaritaville, which is apparently only a couple train stops away.
Never heard of.
You've never heard them call sprinkles Jimmy?
Oh no.
Full disclosure, I cannot explain why they're called Jimmy's. Where I am originally from, they do not do this. This is a regional thing for where I am now. Here in the greater Boston area, in New England. So I don't know why, but that's just what they do. They call them Jimmy's.
I'm looking this up.
You're gonna look up the etymology of Jimmy.
Yes.
Watch as it's actually named after. Watch as it comes full circle.
Jimmy's.
You learned. So Aki here learned about sprinkles being called Jimmy's from codename Kids Next Door. That sounds like a great place to learn things like that. I have no idea why it's called.
Oh, it's racist.
Awesome. Gonna have to cut this from the stream now before I look like a huge bigot.
Because the term Jimmy's derives from the Jim Crow law.
Sucks so bad.
Yes.
Man, that totally sours this whole joke I was making. I feel like a dipshit now. That fucking we can't have anything. Everything in this country is so deeply rooted in racism. That fucking sucks so bad, actually.
So Jimmy's are bad.
All right. Aw, man.
Fucking milkshake duct. The fucking.
Man, we can't have anything. Oh well.
Mm.
Oh well.
So yeah, Jimmy's are bad.
back to Sprinkles.
Mhm.
I'm glad to have helped. Tuxedo Mask, my job here is done. Very good. All right, so we are actually like over halfway through the proofing process here. This is supposed to quote double in size.
Grown.
We'll see about that. And then the real Dark Souls begins once the proofing is done.
Oh, we got it.
Because I'm very good at twirling the dough and making a large circle. I'm not as good at making a smaller circle out of this, and we have to cut these again. Also,
Yep, we have to cut them again.
I forgot what sprinkles are called here. I'm assuming there's just a word for it, and it's just a random choice of word, right? No, I'm so beat up about that. At least Jimmy Buffett's good. He's the good Jim.
Is he?
I think so. People like him.
Okay.
If he's got a charity in his name, he can't be that bad, right? A charity where you get to eat ice cream. Like that sounds like something a child would make up. Like, when I am president of these United States and king of outer space, I'll order a decree where everybody can eat ice cream for a meal.
And have a Margaritaville in every single county.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. So that was our fun Boston adventure. I don't think too much else happened there.
I don't think so. Walked a lot.
I didn't have to park my car in the Harvard yard because transit was in.
Parked car in Harvard yard.
I parked my car in the Harvard yard. I didn't have to do that, fortunately, because transit was working, which is nice. The last time, like 6 or...
He fucking teared up being in the train.
I've not ridden the subway in quite a while for obvious reasons, given the state of the world. But it was very, very empty this time, which is kind of dystopian. Don't boo me, get out of here. I didn't do anything boo-worthy. I was very excited to ride the Green Line again and hear the screech of the wheels on the track. Haven't been on one of those for a while, because last time we were here, with the same group of friends, by the way, who came from way, way far to come visit us and go visit Boston, because it's a tourist destination. Last time they came by, we were like, all right, cool. Just take a short drive to the train stop, get on the train, and we'll be in Boston, and we can drink all we want, take the train. Good plan. Except when we did this, it didn't pan out because all public transit was under maintenance. And we had to take a bus instead. And the bus was very, very slow. Worse than driving, for sure. And I felt like such a clown. I was so ashamed. It took us like 2 hours to get like less than... I'm not going to give a distance, obviously, but not very to the city. And this time, fortunately, the train was in, so I was very, very happy. We were able to get in and out, no problem. But the red line was still out.
Yes.
It must be like a full moon thing.
Partially. Red line, unfortunately, had going like from one of the stops to another stop. So if you took it, you had to get off halfway through, and then take a bus to get to the next train stop.
So dumb.
And well, like they're doing maintenance work,
I guess.
so it's something.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
But hey, we got to Boston this time. It was nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then I feel like there was... What were we going to say next? Oh, yeah, and then the second half of that was we were talking about today.
Oh, yeah.
The real meat and potatoes of today. Today was an insane day.
It was bad. So, I had a relative, they wanted to treat me to like a belated birthday lunch. And so Tom and I went, and...
I hate eating indoors in restaurants. I was, against my better judgment, I did it in Boston. I observed there were, in fact, no people here for whatever reason.
But there was a lot of people we went to today. Yeah. It was, there was a wait line for the restaurant we went into.
When we got there, we were 15th in the queue.
Yeah. So it wasn't great. And what else happened? So yeah, the goal of this lunch was so
We
that
had been bamboozled. It was not, in fact, a nice gift, because why would it be? There's always an ulterior motive.
Yes. So the ulterior motive to this lunch was that my relatives, their child is going to college, subsequently the same college that we went to.
Yep, both of us.
And so, what are you doing?
You're right. Sorry. You're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Sorry, brain on autopilot because I'm telling a story. But you can go ahead. I'll watch this.
Okay, good. Thank you. And so, yeah, the kid is going to the same college as us. The parents being extremely Asian. I don't even know if this is like a extremely Asian parent sort of deal, but they like asked us weird questions about, you know, the major, the coursework, all of that. Some of the questions are like, you know, fine, what but there were also other ones where they were like, oh yeah, what is this class like? And it's like, dog, I haven't taken this class in years.
The number of years I've been digit. Like, of course, I don't remember shit like my meal plan. Fuck off.
Yeah, they were asking questions like, "Oh yeah, what meal plan should we get for this kid?" And I'm like, "I don't know. Like, how often does your kid eat?
Yeah.
How often do you eat a day? Like, you should know this because you know this kid lives with you. Whereas me, I have no idea who this kid or I know who he is, but
I don't.
yeah, that's
I
the
don't.
other thing. Yeah, Tom barely knows them, so it was a little awkward for them to be like probing all these like interesting questions.
Interesting?
Yeah.
Is that the? Oh, you mean like interesting questions?
Quote unquote interesting. I had
I thought the things that were relevant when I went to college in 2011 are not relevant information today.
yeah, exactly. So we had to explain to them like the things that we experienced in college may not apply to the kid anymore because, you know, we are currently in a pandemic. We are the programs might have changed, like the professors teaching might not be there anymore, so it's hard to say. There's a lot of variables, and so like I don't want to give out any apps to them because they're like it's been so long. But the craziest thing, but the thing that caused the most psychic damage was that the mom pulled out a spreadsheet in the middle of our lunch.
Paper spreadsheet.
And she was like, here's our 4-year plan for our kid. And I was like, oh my god, what the fuck is going on?
And then
It's not even in college. Yeah, he doesn't know what.
Excel file on his phone that he handed us to look at.
Yeah, I don't think.
And so my favorite part of this spreadsheet though is that all the courses were just by their like numeric title, like, you know, ME 3922, and like
I don't remember any of this shit.
no, I have the entire mechanical engineering curriculum dedicated to memory. I know exactly what class this is, of course. Like I don't understand.
Yeah, actual insane shit.
It is actually like psycho behavior.
Yeah, I was
Crazy
like,
people shit.
I'm like, they were asking like, what else? What else? That was like the most like insane part.
It was that and asking what is a good meal plan, or just like questions that are utterly deranged in
It's
nature.
like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other part was like trying to convince the parents to that like the major that the kid wants to go in is actually good.
This was fun.
Yeah.
This is a textbook case of not like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them think kind of thing. Where the kid wanted to do mech eng for whatever reason. I don't know.
Mechanical engineering.
Mechanical. And they're like, no, you have to do computer science. And so I challenged that and said, well, you know, why? Why did you have to do computer science? And they were like, well, we don't want him to be a welder. He can't just be working on an assembly line, putting cars together. And I had to very politely ask them what they thought mechanical engineering was. And they explained that it's like, it's all manual labor. And I politely continued eating my meal. I looked over at Bon, and we just realized that it was unsolvable and we could not salvage. Yeah. I mean, welders get paid fucking big money. I'm pretty sure it's a job also.
Yeah.
Like, they have a very job, and there are not many people who are qualified. Like, almost all trade jobs, like being a plumber.
Their mind's eye is that computer science will lead to a well-paying, cushy job, and it's like that's not true.
It very much strikes me as like you're either a computer toucher or not, right?
Yeah.
Like you either live or you're a manual laborer toiling in the mines. I don't know. I can't explain to these people what mechanical engineering means if they like more than me. So shrug. Good luck, kid.
Yeah. So like the fact that like they invited us under the premise that it was like, celebrate. for my birthday was like, at this point, it's like, it's whatever. I don't care about that anymore.
It's food on their dime, which is nice.
Yeah, yeah, they pay for the food. The fact that
I would also just rather not be in a restaurant.
yeah,
But
the fact that like I am bearing witness to all of this, and then like watching the kid just kind of like eat, and
he didn't want to be there either. I don't blame him.
and
Chicken
I'm
breakfast.
just like, I feel so bad for him because that is what he has to deal with on a regular basis, and he has to like fight for himself on this. So like Tom and I really tried our best to kind of be on his side for a lot of things and say good things about what he wants to do.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much it helped.
Oh God. I don't know. There's like Dave saying manual labor here, toiling the coffee mines. I feel for you, brother. Solidarity as best as I can, though I am in the aforementioned ivory tower touching computers all day. So I don't know. I do feel like a enemy of the people sometimes. I don't know. It's difficult. It's challenging. Clash consciousness is difficult. But there's always a bigger fish, and we can unite against the true enemy.
Mm-hmm. Jeff Bezos.
Bezos, yeah, exactly. I wish I could literally bring it to the people, i.e., like deliver, but I'm not. That is somebody else's manual labor job, being a delivery person.
Mm.
So
Wait, what did Aki say
oh
about welding?
wow, I can't believe I can actually use the touchpad with the rubber gloves on. Welding is good money, but so far removed from the reality of mech eng 2, which is typically a white collar occupation. Exactly.
Oh,
How did we get back to the latest? There we go. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's crazy good
So
stuff.
yeah, I like. There's so much psychic damage, and I'm sorry for relaying it back to everybody else, but I hope you find it more entertaining, witnessing it secondhand than us, which was firsthand.
Yeah, I mean, Aki, like a lot of my peers, because this is the college we went to, were mechanical engineers and are doing extremely well because it's a very sought after degree. You can do just about anything with it, other than be a computer toucher, and even then, you can probably be a computer toucher because just the nature of the beast and the classes you would take on your way there, your brain is typically very, I guess, plastic in that regard, where you'd be able to learn these things on the job. So I have no shortage of actual examples. It's just you can't
win.
You can't save people from themselves.
No, you really
I'm
can't.
gonna start frying bacon.
Okay, how are we doing on a timer?
We've got 20 minutes left, or 19 minutes. So Fubot, you requested bacon the other day. I'm going to actually bacon it up. So anticipate it.
Please anticipate the delivery.
Anticipate the delivery, I'm always saying this. Unfortunately, we won't get to watch this because it's over the stove, which I, as mentioned earlier, do not have a way to get the camera to.
I hope you get the ASMR.
I doubt it. If it's so loud that you can hear it from across the room, you have a problem.
As a wise man once said, parents just don't understand. They sure don't. I'm just like, I am speechless at some of the things that they asked about, because it's like, it's stuff that you can easily look up, or if you like went onto a college tour, you could like ask the person what things are like. Yeah. Because they actually go to the school.
Yeah, that's the other thing is, as I mentioned, it's been double-digit years since I was a freshman and during college. There are 2 digits there that I have to recall. So I don't know why you're asking me. Many of the faculty who used to work there have retired. The thing that I took was a program is now a department. Things are changing. It's very different. I don't know what freshman life is like. I didn't know then, and I certainly don't know now. It's so weird. It's so weird.
Yeah. So that was our fun trip this afternoon.
But the restaurant we went to was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, the restaurant was banging. I'm just gonna leave it as good food.
Okay.
Because it's how do I say? If I say what it is, then it's docs information.
I guess it is kind of.
Yeah. There's only like a few places along the East Coast where this restaurant is at. So unfortunately, you're just gonna have to believe us when it's good food.
They're gonna call you a liar and be like, actually, it's terrible.
Awful.
To cover up.
Awful. horrible.
It's a cover-up. Ooh, I can already smell that bacon.
Can you guys hear it? Like sizzling.
Yeah. Soon I'll take it off and I'll wave it in front of the microphone. Get awful food. Whoa, a lot of people. We do bacon on the stovetop. And if you're really feeling powerful, you should do it shirtless. That's my opinion. That way the oil just hits your pecs and you just feel alive for a brief time. Always, always, always cook bacon shirtless on the stovetop.
All right.
Sorry, a lot of chat just happened all at once. I gotta scroll.
Oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Can you make it a pop out?
I'm gonna try pop out. There we go.
There we go. Much better. Molto bene. Molto bene. Pizza looks tasty today. I mean, yeah. So we're waiting. Aki, as the description of the channel says, we're actually gonna make Chinese steamed Bonbombs, and we're gonna fill it with this wonderful concoction of ricotta, mozzarella, tomato sauce, basil, and honey. And this one's kimchi at the request of one Hoshino Char. And then Fuba asked for bacon. We've got quite a lot of different things we can put in here, but we're not going to be making a traditional pizza. You don't need to preheat your oven. In fact, you don't need your oven at all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm using the stovetop for the sake of making bacon, and we're going to be using the stovetop for steaming later, but it's very different today.
Yep.
So I hope this ends up tasting. It actually looks pretty good. Like, I would eat a spoonful of this, I think.
Would you?
Yeah. Are you asking me to do it right now?
Yes.
Okay. You're going to need a different spoon, because I'm not putting a spoon in my mouth
no.
back in here.
In my experience, it's like also some weird immigrant parent dream.
Very good.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, sweet. You can't do this with a pork bun. You get salmonella.
Well, yeah, it would be raw meat.
Yeah.
It's maybe a little salty.
Oh yeah, that's a banger. Oh yeah. Wait, let me try the kimchi one.
You're on your own for that one.
It tastes like kimchi.
Sorry, what was Aki saying about being a immigrant?
Immigrant parent dream thing where they want their kids to be doctors, some sort of wanting to save face or increase their parent renown points. Like the other thing, right? I hear this so many times, where like parents will constantly brag about their kids about how smart they are or how many hobbies they have, how many instruments they play, how much money they make, which is like kind of weird. But that's kind of how it goes. Fortunately, my parents don't do that. Thank God.
Yeah, similarly, I'm very, very Caucasian, so that's not like a cultural norm. Even though I think the second, like in my family to go to college,
Mm-hmm.
not first. But like their opinion matters. Like, oh, you graduated, pretty cool, and then they don't care about what I'm doing anymore. As long as I am alive, and I get happy, and you're happy,
Mm-hmm.
that's what matters. My parents sent me photos today of them doing clay baking, like they're making pottery, which is very neat,
rules, dude.
and not obsessing over how I'm doing or if I'm a doctor yet.
Mm-hmm.
So that's fun. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just weird because like you put all these expectations on kids, and you don't even know what they like to do.
Doesn't matter. You're irrelevant.
Yeah, and it's like we're gonna mold you into the person that we and it just sucks for the kid altogether. Like you didn't pop them out so that they could become your retirement fund.
But that's the thing is you do. That's why you do that.
No, that's not cool. Yeah, so it's definitely, and I think it's definitely changing as the generations shift and whatnot. I think a lot of Asian parents these days they come from the more stricter kind, and so they are less likely to perpetuate these norms, which is good. But for the people who still do it, fucking sucks. Fucking sucks, man.
It's rough out here. Pop
us out to help feed into their family fantasy. Yeah, that too. Like the
I wasn't asked to be
the
born.
expectation, you know, and you get married, you have a kid, and then you have your family. If that is the expectation, and then it's like, well, what if I'm not ready to have a kid yet? Dad, you're gonna have a kid, but family will help you take care of it. But that's a lie, because they'll help. Well, they will help you take care of a baby in the most minimum way possible, and then they'll start like injecting like some sort of like brainwash.
Go off, Queen. Go off.
I
There
don't
we
know
go,
it's
sir.
brainwashing, but like they'll like do and maybe give him mental trauma. Who knows?
Oh, we have a little mental trauma for you.
As a true.
Go
I don't know.
off. Go off. Say what you gotta say.
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
taking it, bro.
Just hit them with a "I wasn't asked to be born." Yeah, exactly. Like you pop me out into this world only for me to suffer. What's even the point? Not Asian, so I can say anything about the matter. I'm actually just. Yeah, it's rough.
Hold on, move away from the.
Oh, I'm moving. Oh, sheesh. Good.
I hope that comes through on the microphone.
I hope so. I didn't realize that was your intention.
Yes, that's why I said move.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Okay, bacon's ready.
Nice.
That gives us a whopping, like, what, 10 minutes left?
Mhm.
Oh, perfect timing. Wow. I actually did a better job of organizing this than usual.
Ooh, emotional trauma. Let's go.
Yeah, I think we're pretty much all set here. We got all of our core ingredients squared away. And the Dark Souls begins when we have to split this in half and actually try and make it into a
You know I'm Italian.
circle.
Mm-hmm.
You know I'm Italian. Everybody should watch Columbo. It's the best television show that's ever been produced, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know I'm Italian.
Oh, I'm not Italian.
Neither was Peter Falk. That didn't stop him from playing on TV. Yeah.
All right, he was like Hungarian.
Hungarian, yeah. Very good show. I eagerly anticipate watching more Columbo. We'll be very sad when we run out of episodes.
Mhm.
We're like halfway there.
Really?
Yes.
Oh shit.
We're on season 4.
It just feels like every episode is like like its own thing. So
It's own self-contained.
Yeah, its own self episode, so it can.
Yes. I mean, unfortunately, one, Peter Falk is no longer with us, and two, that was made in like the 70s.
Yeah.
So he would have been very, very much older.
Hmm.
They tried, I think, a reboot at some point where they had like more episodes, but it's never the same.
Can you recreate the energy that Peter Falk
I
did?
mean, I mean reboot like with him, like in like the 2010s, I
Okay.
think.
Okay.
But
It just wasn't the same.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff though. He appears from nowhere, owns some rich guy, just completely
Mm-hmm.
blows them up,
Mm-hmm. We
And
love
then
to see that. We love to see
returns
that.
to nowhere. It's great.
Pretty good.
It's about as good as it gets.
Mhm.
Still hear the bacon sizzling, even though I've turned off the heat. Love it. Love that.
Love to hear it.
Yeah, so we've been to Boston. We've got an herb garden now. I feel like it's been literally 2 months since I last did a pizza stream, according to my archive. So there must be more stuff for me to talk about, but I think I've covered all of my talking points in like here or there, programming streams or when we did collabs together. Like the last time I did a pizza stream was before your birthday, even before Sonic's birthday.
Oh yeah, shit, you're right.
So we did a lot of just chatting for the Sonic birthday stream.
Mhm, we did.
So it was like a 4-hour build of the Lego set. Did I give a rip to Arkosh? No, my heart goes out to those poor Division 2 Dota 2 players who are now not even Division 2.
Who's Arkosh?
They're like a joke team. I guess I can explain Arkosh. So in the world of Dota 2 or any esport, you've got your teams, and you always have players that have names like I'm Banana Kid, and like I'm Muffin 47.
Yeah, I gotta eat.
Go ahead. So, that's cool and all, but people don't really care about esports personalities, like players, too much as individuals. They care about them as a team, and if they win or if they, are part of a team that performs in an entertaining way. So, Arkosh is this novel idea that kind of takes the VTuber or pro wrestling concept of like playing a character and applies it to professional esports. Aki, I just noticed, suggested spicy ramen pizza. I will try that. I will do that. I don't know when the next pizza stream is going to be. August at the absolute earliest. Probably middle of August. I'll let you know. I'll be sure to let you know if I do that. That I can do. Anyway, so Arkosh is a bunch of semi-pro players, but they're playing under pseudonyms for their pseudonym. So you have like a guy whose typical username is Banana Slamma Jamma, and he plays as a different character, like a character, for all official promotional material, for Twitter. Whenever they like announce the players, he is just simply Pale Horse, and their whole thing is they're like demon themed, apocalypse themed, and the gimmick is to try and make it like engaging, storytelling kind of fun thing, like how VTuber does it, or VTubers do it. But the problem is they're not performing very well because they're only semi-pro and they don't seem to be taking it, which is fine. They're mostly like streamers and people who have other income methods. They don't need to be playing in the pro circuit and earning tournament wins. They're mostly just playing for fun. But they're having a rough go of it, and they've been relegated out from Division 2, and so now they have to go through open qualifiers if they wanted to play in future tournaments, which is unlikely to happen. I would assume the team is probably... But conceptually, it was very fun. It was taking the concept of an esports public-facing personality and giving it the kayfabe spin to make it something that people could, have their imaginations run wild about. And there's like the mysticism about it, the same way that we have pro wrestlers. And you can quote the Risu clip all you want to me. She unfortunately is wrong. It is the way it is. Risu is thinking pro wrestlers circa like 1980. And I'm talking about today. It's different. You're no longer given a character prescribed to you by Vince McMahon, and you just have to do it and collect your paycheck. You often have a lot of control over the character spinning, and you get to make it all your own. That's how it is now. Actually, it's very funny that we came back to wrestling because I was almost out of PIZZATSUDAN topics. We were talking about the crazy shit that happened today, Anime Expo FOMO, the Herb Garden, the neat places in Boston that we went to, and then the last thing I had was wrestling is getting kind of crazy lately. If anybody else is watching, which I don't think anyone here is, based on the folks I see active in chat right now. I don't know any of you to be AEW watchers, but we came back to watching the pay-per-view Forbidden Door, which was very cool. It was like a crossover event between Japan Wrestling and AEW, where they, locked heads and traded belts and things like that. Very cool. So after that, I got back into it, courtesy of wrestling YouTuber Yansha Gogo. We were watching more of this, and stuff is just different now.
It's just popping off.
There's a dude whose his gimmick is he is actually for real a vocalist in like a rock band, and now his gimmick is that he's a wizard. He's like, I'm a wizard, and he like blows fire in people's eyes, which is cool, but not what he used to do.
He used to be like the demo god.
They called him the demo god because so Jericho is the guy's name, Chris Jericho. He's like doing some weird feud with beloved Brooklyn father Eddie Kingston, who's just like a guy from Brooklyn, or not Brooklyn, sorry, it's Bronx. Yonkers, sorry. I don't know why I said Yonkers, yes. Very, very aggressively New Yorker. And so they're feuding for some reason. There's that going on. MJF, who is like a bright young talent, he's like 20. Excellent heel, one of the best heels I've ever seen. Never breaks character. Everybody loves to hate him. He's such a love to hate him kind of guy. He's just kind of missing right now.
He like dropped off.
He seems to have some kind of beef with the actual management. And I'm a jobber, or I'm not, sorry, I'm talking about Mark for believing this, or if it's actually real and he is having like a payment dispute, but it's entertaining.
What's the name of a dude?
Luigi Primo, who is not in AEW. He's but Luigi Primo is the Pizzolo wrestler who everybody should check out on Twitter. He make it the best pizza. Big shout out to my boy Luigi Primo.
When are you guys gonna collab?
I was gonna say, if you ever want to come on the show, Luigi, by all means. I'd love to have you here. He can do insane. He'll do like the spinning thing where you toss the dough, but he'll do it like under his leg while like rolling at in like a wrestling ring. Dude's awesome. Very, very incredible.
Who's his arch nemesis again?
The Underbaker,
Ah, okay, gotcha.
which is also a great pun. Very, very good stuff. Aki's asking about, sorry, rolling back in the chat. ISB says they watched Forbidden Door and Blood and Guts and fell off immediately. It happens, right? There's not a lot of time for it. AX FOMO, so we're meeting up next year at Anime Expo for a dinner, right? If there's not like a global pandemic that is airborne and I can fly there, yes. Seems unlikely that I'll want to do that.
Oh, it'll be so much fun.
What, getting to play? I don't know about that. Nobody I know has had fun getting COVID.
No,
from
I
flying.
mean like flying.
In what way is it fun? In the best of times, I get terribly airsick. Like,
Really?
absolutely miserably airsick. I hate but I do it because I have to. But
You're so far away from the ground.
it's a pressure thing.
Oh, okay. Too
Like
much pressure in your skull.
lack of pressure.
Oh, lack of pressure.
It depressurizes.
Wait, you like pressure in your skull?
Yeah, we need it to survive.
I see.
When your ear feels like it's gonna explode because suddenly like the pressure is down,
Huh.
it's very bad. When your stomach feels like lighter because the pressure is down, it's very bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't like that. So I hate flying. I always get really, really terribly airsick. Also, every time I've flown, it'll always be something like, oh, you know, you get well. Every time I've flown, I've been selected for. But because I do not look threatening. I am very, very small. But that aside,
You are a skeleton.
I guess that's weird. They don't need to run me through the scanner. Then they can just look.
You're wearing clothes though. You may be hiding something. Clothes.
So I always get airsick. But then like, I remember last time I flew, waitress just dumped an entire like 4-liter bottle of water on me, and then I was freezing cold and wet for the entire rest of the flight to like Oregon or some shit or Colorado. Because I didn't. What am I gonna do? Change clothes? No, my bag is in the cargo
The
hold.
timer.
Yeah, I know.
Is the stream beeping?
Oh no, they shouldn't get audio for that.
Okay.
I'll go turn it off.
Time to convince Tom over the course of the next few months. I will try. I will definitely. But yeah, granted the plague situation, you probably aren't going to fly anytime soon. Maybe if it gets better in the next year, who knows?
Why would it get better? Things simply cannot get better. Anyway, the dough should be good now, I guess.
Yeah.
So what do we want to do? How are we going to do this?
So we gotta move the filling elsewhere. Oh, what the fuck are you doing?
I don't know.
What are you doing?
Just drive.
Just drive. We could do a cross-country trip. That could be fun.
Yeah, could happen.
Could happen. Still have to go to hotels, but if we like avoid contact with any other human being, it should be.
Okay, so how are we going to do this?
All right, so it definitely has risen. Soft and pillowy.
That's good. That's what we want. How do the other ones look? About the same.
About
Less
the
so, actually.
Oh, this one was pretty small when we first
Okay.
put it in.
Okay, so what do we need to do? What's the plan?
So I think the plan is to split these in half or into. Yeah, let's try splitting it in half first.
Get the blade out.
Get the blade, yes. Then
Roll it again.
roll it again.
Okay.
And we want to press it into the thing.
Yeah, so we're making, essentially it looks like a very, very miniature, like a pizza dough, I mean. You just press it flat, you're saying?
Yeah, press it flat.
If you need to use a rolling pin, ain't no problem.
And I should also grab. We gotta grab the little parchment papers.
Okay, they're over on the other side of the table, right?
Yep.
What do we need the parchment papers for?
So we have to stick to the bottom of the steamer.
Ah, brilliant.
Did you ever wash this?
Yes, I think so. I hope so.
Let me wash it again. I pre-cut for these little guys.
I do miss going to anime conventions, though. I will certainly say that being a VTuber triggers the same like dopamine kick as getting your photo taken as a cosplayer. So, like that part of my Maslow's hierarchy of needs has just been completely supplanted by streaming. because I will get people looking at me in the same way.
The whole thing about it is like I want to go back to times so I can actually meet my viewers.
Yeah, it's weird, right? Imagine having friends. It is difficult that there's such a large divide between our half of the country and like Los Angeles, for example. Everybody seems to be in City of Angels, as they say. This appears to be sticking, like the mat. Oh, I guess we're good.
It shouldn't. It's like a non-stick mat.
Prove it.
Okay, so the next thing now is we gotta do filling. So I guess we can do this first.
Okay.
So we take a little spoonful. This is the proper amount, and we just put it in the middle.
Okay.
And what we want to do is we want to make pleats.
Pleats, you say?
Yep. So,
Like pants?
What?
Like pleated jeans?
like so you like you want to press your thumb against the filling so that it doesn't like. This is very tiny, Bao.
This does seem really small.
Maybe I just make it very. Oh,
How do you get it to stay stuck at the end? Is what I was wondering.
you
Just squish it?
You pinch.
Pinch it. Okay. This is very small.
Yeah, this is very tiny.
It's like half the size. I guess maybe we don't need to get.
So I this is not the best representation of it. As you can see, there's like a
sounds, yeah.
little hole there.
Okay, what gets me is when I have legit seen restaurants that will list their dumplings or wontons or Chinese ravioli, and I fucking jump out of my skin, metaphorically speaking. It's
and so we then put one's kind of leak.
That's no good.
Yeah,
NG.
it's not good. I fucked up. Gang.
That's okay. You've never done this before.
Yeah. My Asian ancestors are crying, pissing, crying,
Pissing and crying.
pissing, crying, shitting on the floor because of deeds.
I guess that's okay.
Nope.
You're supposed to put it topside down, aren't you?
Put it topside down. You can also do it the other way.
I think if you do it like this, it prevents the steam from escaping from the seam,
Yeah.
which is what you want.
The other method is, I guess.
Don't try with this one.
Yeah, I guess what we can do is we can make it even flatter.
Okay, yeah, sorry. I had a hard time gauging how flat it was supposed to be.
It's all good. I think I made this one a bit too
Too small?
well, too small because I didn't make it flat enough.
Asian. Yeah, like I don't know. I feel bad for restaurants that feel like they need to their menu items in terms that like white people will understand. Like Chinese ravioli. Now I get it.
What's this?
Uh,
What's this?
I don't know.
It's like a piece of plastic and
Yeah. That's no good. Health code violation.
Uh-oh.
I'm like waiting with bated breath as you like do this.
Huh?
I'm just enamored by this.
Really?
Yes. So you wanted to do the
Yeah,
method?
so the other method is to put it in like a little cup so that it helps.
It'll pleat automatically.
It
kind of.
Sort of. Kind of just. Oh,
This seems very difficult.
yeah, it is. I'm gonna take it back.
I like a toss of the pizza better. It seems easier.
It's the pizza.
You like gravity do all the work for that one. It's nice to not have to preheat the oven and not being in a room where 600-degree brick oven directly behind me. I'll say that much for sure.
That's pretty cool.
I guess I'm gonna put on water to steam the thing.
Oh, this is even worse.
So ugly.
It's so ugly.
Yeah, so as I mentioned before, we don't have a bamboo steamer or anything, so we're just gonna pop these in a colander and put the colander over a pot of boiling water. And the same general principle should be achieved, I would think.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a heat transfer difference in the material between the metal colander and a bamboo steamer, but we make do with what we have. I don't expect they're gonna get seared or anything. It's not that hot.
Very tiny balls.
I guess we didn't need to cut the dough in half.
I guess not. Oh, I forgot to roll it first.
take our tremendous pot of water, bad boy right here, put it on over the stove, and let it steam. I gotta make one of these though. I can't have you making them all. I gotta learn. That's the whole point of this streaming series is to teach people. I'm people. I'm people.
You're
that teach.
people. You're people.
Yes.
I'm so bad at this. I should probably look up a video on how.
That looks good to me.
It's not a pretty.
It's not professional, but
no, it doesn't look.
I thought I should just flatten this out, right?
Yep. You want to roll it into a little ball
Yep.
and then flatten it.
Don't forget, we gotta make kimchi ones also.
Yes.
And I probably want to label which ones are kimchi versus pizza.
These are pizzas.
Okay, so should I make one more pizza? And we also have bacon we need to put in some of them. I don't know how we want to incorporate the bacon.
I don't know. We still have one, two. I'm thinking each thing is like. Oh. Oh, okay.
Yes.
I understand now.
We've used 2 of our 4 containers. We have half of them left. These anime tortellinis come out, yeah. Not quite tortellinis. Tortellinis are always funny.
It's pretty.
That looks good.
Yeah, this one.
This one has aerated quite well. Weird. As always with dough.
Oh, this one's even better.
Oh my god. I don't know why some of these expanded so much more than others. Did the yeast not incorporate properly in all of them?
Some were just small when we cut it.
These look really good. As always with dough, especially
Really good.
with traditional pizza dough, if you let it rise for 70 minutes, it'll get even bigger. But for the sake of a stream where you do it start to finish in one go, 70 minutes is all the time I'm going to. For the traditional pizza ones, we do 90 minutes. I understand. Trying my best.
You want to use the heel of your.
Big pretty sleeves. I refuse to roll my sleeves
Oh
up.
my
My
God.
arms will fall apart. But I can't. But I refuse.
Oh, but then pretty sure we're messed up.
Why do you have to use the heel? Why not just use a tool?
You can use a tool too.
I have to look. If I don't look good while I'm doing it, what's even the point? I do wish we had a kind of more narrow rolling pin, though.
Yeah.
It just takes up a lot of space. But hey, rolling pin, that's mankind invented tools for a reason. That's what separates.
Although some animals can use tools.
Can you get these on screen somehow, by the way? I think those are still out of frame.
Oh. It's
Move
kind of
everything.
hard to do.
Yeah, they're like just out of frame. Is this thin enough?
Go thinner.
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 So is this going to be a kimchi one, or is this going to be the last pizza one? No, we'll do 2 kimchi ones and 2 bacon ones.
Plenty to work with.
We might.
We might. I guess after this one we can make some kimchi ones and see how much we're left with.
Okay, so you're saying we take a dollop?
Yep, a dollop. That. Yep.
More?
Oh, yeah, a little bit more. Yep.
That.
Oh, that. No. Yeah, that's fine. And then you.
How do you do the pleat?
So you want to hold it.
Okay.
You want to press it.
Like that?
Yep. And then so you want to just start to eat it.
That seems so difficult.
Like it might be difficult with gloves on.
See, I see.
So I can do.
I gotta
this.
learn how to do this though.
You wanna pleat it like that.
Okay.
Encompassing filling.
This is pretty ugly. This one you fucked up pretty bad, I'm gonna be honest.
I'm really this.
Asian style tacos with Italian tortilla dough.
One.
Oh.
Might be a bit too much.
Nonsense.
I don't know, it's kind of like
I feel like you're supposed to twist it. I guess not though.
even if you do.
Oh, you're gonna tear it, I guess, if you do that.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. So this is kind of the same. Very appropriate that upon coming back, I get an ad for a pizza oven. On second thought, for a second I thought it was your stream. Oh, that's funny.
I'm gonna set this upside down.
Louis, you do not need an oven for today, though. Fortunately, this is the only PIZZATSUDAN we've done to date where you don't actually need Steamed pizza. The the Utica expression, as they say. Cool. Do you want me to chop this one in half? Keep doing that? Or
Yeah.
cool. But yeah, we're almost at the cooking phase. We're pleating these as Bon keeps saying. She's way better at it than I am. You want to roll these into balls
Yep,
after you
roll them into
separate the
balls.
dough again, and we're going to flatten it again. And
Two little discs.
these two are going to be kimchi flavored. Thank you, Hoshino Char. I hope she's almost finished with that Millennium Puzzle. She's also currently streaming. She's building the Yu-Gi-Oh! Millennium Puzzle high grade or whatever.
I think it's just a Playmo puzzle. There's no grade to it. It's a no grade.
No grade? Okay. Fair enough. I guess it's not to scale. Or if it is, maybe 1-to-1 scale. Because it's the Millennium Puzzle. That one's fun, though, because there's no instruction manual to figure out how it goes together. Hence it being a puzzle. So I hope she's able to get it done. The time to beat for that is 7 hours. So I don't know. We'll see where she's at. But she's the one who requested kimchi. And again, she is the one who informed us of the existence of a pizza type of bao.
You gotta compare these side by side with the ones that we got air mailed.
It's
over
true.
Here.
Well, I'm gonna wash my little mitts and take a photo of these.
Came out okay.
You're getting better at it, I'm sure.
Oh, but there's still it's not completely sealed. Oh god, there's kimchi juice shooting out.
Shooting out?
There's when I did
Bleeding.
pinch fucking
It's
blood
bleeding.
God, that's disgusting.
Interesting.
I'm gonna nothing a little paper towel can't fix, right?
There are quite a few things that it can't fix.
Yeah, once it gets wet, it's impossible.
Get going.
I'm gonna set it upside down so that it although if I set it upside down it might leak. But we're just gonna do that. And see
It is what it is, right?
hope for the best. Oh, this should be on a separate
Oh, should we
tray.
not get them mixed up?
Yeah.
Fair enough, we have for it.
So let's put that on the side.
Can do.
Put this here. We did do a taste test of the fillings as is, and
Yeah.
they're pretty good.
Yes. The ricotta, mozzarella, pepperoni, tomato, and basil mixture here. A lot of things, now that I think about it, actually tasted pretty good. I think it's a bit salty. It might be good if you then dip it in further marinara, I think. Would be my assessment of the situation.
Yeah.
But we'll see how steaming it kind of changes everything. That's going to melt the cheese
Yeah.
in a way that I think will be interesting. Gross. Listen to yourself.
No,
Okay, that's fair. I wouldn't listen to myself either.
no.
That's a lie. I watch every single VOD that I put out because I either love or hate the sound of my own voice, and I need to know which one it is today. I'm very,
This one might be.
very intent on watching my own archives. Volume levels, what I'm doing wrong. Am I repeating the same word over and over again, like or kind of thing?
I feel like I say a lot.
It's human nature.
Oh, this one's not bad.
That looks great.
It's not bad. This is a
I'm
cutie.
gonna get a photo of that one.
A cutie.
You can send it to your folks and then not tell them what's inside.
I can tell them it's kimchi. I feel like they'd be more accepting of kimchi. I'm gonna just shh. We're not gonna talk to them about the cheese.
There's no ad.
Is this the last one?
Yes.
So we probably should.
Bacon?
Yeah, we should bacon it up. This one's very, very soft and pillowy.
Where do you want me to put the?
Put it in another ramekin without the oil.
Yeah. Wait, you don't want the oil?
The oil.
The oil.
The oil.
How long do you think we put the ramekin down? How long do we think we need to steam these for?
How much did the how long did the instructions say on the recipe?
You think I read the instructions?
Oh my god.
No, I don't know. I think it was like 10 minutes, but that seems like a long time to steam
See.
something.
It's fine, I think. I mean, we are cooking the dough.
It's true. Anyway.
10 minutes, says Cramp.
Well, he's the expert. Again, Cramp has actually done this before, which is incredible.
I think I should split this into 4s.
I think they're going to be really small. So I'm thinking we do a touch of the filling with like an added bacon bit.
Okay, yeah.
Make
yeah.
it even saltier. Maybe that'd be too salty.
That might be a bit too.
I don't know then. But just bacon on its own is not going to be good, I don't. I hadn't thought this far ahead. Never thought we'd get here.
Does it matter in the end?
I don't know. Should I put the other ones in the steamer?
Or we can try that. Yeah.
Set the timer for 10 minutes and let it rip.
Oh, let her rip.
Let me go set the timer.
I'm gonna do another kimchi one.
All right, next time you see these bad boys, they're going to be cooked.
Aw, oh god, this one leaked again. Kimchi juice is a menace. A menace to society. It's just leaking all over the place. Ugh. Start it on the steamer cold and let it gradually heat up, and then 10 minutes from when it starts heating.
Well, I didn't do that first part.
Uh-oh.
That ship is kind of sailed. And they're on there, and the 10-minute timer is going down. So we'll see how it works out. Here's hoping.
Here's hope.
You know what's going to be wild, though?
Huh?
Is almost every single one of my PIZZATSUDAN streams for the normal pizza stuff is, in terms of duration, within 3 minutes of each other, which is incredible because it's completely... and, you know, it is just me doing the steps over and over again. I think this one is going to be...
A little less.
I think it's actually going to be about the same.
Oh, really?
Which is incredible because there's a 20-minute time difference in the proofing process. But the post-proofing takes a lot longer.
All right. I guess these two are the bacons.
Okay.
But I don't know what you want to add.
I don't know either. I don't know what we could do. We could do cheddar cheese. No, that's no good.
Sounds kind of weird.
Do you want to do gross-ass American cheese like a breakfast sandwich?
Sure.
No, we don't have to.
We could.
I'm just thinking what would go in there.
Could if we really
The mixture we made is too salty. Bacon would help in any way.
That's a decent one.
Good, looks good. You're getting better at this for sure.
That's
I'm
like
proud of you.
Little.
A nipple.
Are we allowed to say that on stream?
Yeah, I think you can. I don't see why not. I'm gonna shred this slice of American cheese that I have in the refrigerator.
Alrighty.
It's gonna go with the bacon. American. I love plastic. Delicious. Single slice of cheese wrapped.
Can't win with these.
I think that's why you're supposed to put them face down.
Oh,
So that when they open like that, they don't spill.
okay.
Gravity kind of holds them in place, you know?
Mm.
All right, can you slide over so I can slice up this cheese?
It's ghost time.
Disgusting.
It's ghost time.
Yummy. I actually don't mind American cheese, but obviously it's when the time calls for it. Like, it's a breakfast sandwich thing, which is why I'm breaking it out now.
Probably fine.
It goes well with bacon. It goes well with eggs. I'm not going to put this back in the sheet.
Good.
Time.
Good.
to break this down a little more.
What, cheese?
Yeah, the cheese. I'm gonna need a fork
What?
for the breaking down process.
Oh, okay.
Because this is kind of probably hard to.
Help yourself.
My hands are.
Oh, I see. I see.
What do you see? Oh, it's.
What? Oh, I didn't think you were gonna mash it up.
Huh?
That's
No.
weird.
Oh, really?
I was thinking they were gonna be layered in there. This is an unusual thing you decided to do.
Yeah.
Your brain truly operates in an
Well, it's gotta be in like a filling like consistency.
Does it?
Yeah, so it's easy to fill the thing with.
I thought we were just gonna stack them in the center. Okay, good luck.
Oh, see ya.
Good luck.
This is my stream now.
Yeah.
I'm running PIZZATSUDAN now. How is everybody in chat doing on this fine Sunday? Cursed Sunday. I think that's good. Like a even mixture of bacon and cheese. Place near me sells buns like this. The pizza and omelet bun. Oh, yummy.
They do pizza buns? That's interesting. I
That's
guess it's
fun.
a trend.
That's a fun noise.
Yeah, it's different.
Trying to finish the first Darkstalkers. Ooh. Fun, fun, fun.
Isn't Darkstalkers the fighting game? Or is that... That is, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Darkstalkers is the fighting game, right? So you mean like finish the arcade mode or the story mode?
What are your favorite characters, Fuba?
I think that's Darkstalkers, right?
Yeah, that's the one with the hot Morgan.
Yeah, Morgan. And everyone else that everybody totally remembers.
Krampus making pizza buns. How are they going?
Yeah, okay.
Last update was that they... Right? He's Morgan based. We love her. We love her. Trying to figure it out, because like I remember a really long Darkstalker. Like I think it was Walmart or something. It was some sort of like store where they had like a video game section, and I remember.
It's like some sort of awakening you're about to describe when you saw Morgan for the first time.
Her name was Felicia.
Ah, that'll do it too.
I saw Felicia and I was like, "Oh shit, she's hot!" And I was like,
Oops. Oops.
And I was like, I want to play as Felicia, and like she's like a naked cat.
Sure is.
That's she's like naked and shit, and I was like, oh my god, she's cute, she's so hot. I wanna play as her. And so that was my first awakening, and then a while later, I had a cousin who lent me their copy of Darkstalkers for the PSP.
Right, because you were a person who had a PSP.
I had a PSP, but I had no games on the PSP.
Right, because there are no games on the PSP.
Yes. So, like, the only game that I owned, it wasn't even a game. It was like the PSP disc of Appleseed.
Appleseed? Have you even watched Appleseed?
Yes.
It's on the PSP.
On the PSP.
As God intended.
A thing that was happening because I was like very young at the time. But that happened.
Take these. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And I was like, yo. And so yeah, my cousin lent me his copy of Darkstalkers for PSP. And I was like way too young to play this game, but he did it anyways. And I was eternally grateful to him because that was the last time I ever like touched a Darkstalkers game. But it was really fun. I played Morgan a lot. I played Felicia a lot. I basically played all because they were hot.
I succeeded in riling up the crowd by saying the PSP has no games. the Peace Walker, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, PSP, right? So it's already a great. So that's like the best Metal Gear game. I was making a PS3 has no games joke.
See.
Don't
We have a lot of fillings.
don't hate me. Yeah,
I guess we could just eat them as is.
you sure could. Any console that has Peace Walker on it must be a good console, my opinion.
Yeah, but I had Appleseed. I
That's
had
so funny.
I had like this fucking Neopets game.
Fun.
It was like the Dark Fairy. or
Yeah.
something.
Yes, there was also a PS2 game that was the Darkest.
Oh
Fairy.
really?
Yes.
I don't remember too much about it. I kept getting section. I didn't know how game mechanics worked.
Oh, my timer froze. I'll be right back.
Okay. I didn't know how like game mechanics work, so I didn't really get past the game. Far into the game. And I think those were the only games I owned. It took I really wanted Phantasy Star PSP, the PSP version. I don't know which version it is, but I really wanted that one. I wanted to play Phantasy Star, one of the Phantasy Star games. I think I had the DS one,
Okay.
and that was really fun.
Oh, it looks like it is time.
It is time to duel.
No.
Oh, this is cute. I think the less watery the filling, the better outcome you're gonna get with your wow.
So
That's-
hear me out.
Huh? Why aren't you using
I'm wearing
dude?
gloves.
Dude,
It's fine. I inherit after my father, who also did. So getting it out of here.
Fantasy Star. Yeah, I really wanted Fantasy Star Portable. But it was either one really hard to get, and also at that time it was really hard to convince my parents to buy video games for me.
What do we think? These need to steam some more? Can you touch one?
Good.
They seem good?
They're pretty good. They're pretty big bottles.
Yeah, they expanded quite a bit. They look good, gang.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need to put them somewhere so we can steam more.
Okay.
Didn't think this far ahead.
Nope. Where's Tom's?
On the side of the oven. I was using them for bacon.
Oh, they're gonna be a little greasy.
That's fine. Oh, these do seem more firm than I anticipated when you're squeezing them here. So these are the pizza ones. Cool. You want to flip them over, right?
Eventually.
Okay.
I'm gonna let them cool a bit, and then I'll flip them over.
All right, while you got those songs, do you want to come over here and load this?
You want us off camera?
Office to walk with us.
No. Oh, that's some kimchi juice leaking out. Delicious kimchi juice. Wait, is there more space?
Not really.
No. Okay. There's not enough space. Well, these are the last ones. I think these are the cutest ones.
You've gotten better at it.
I think it's a combination of like the that were ability to pleat. I'm gonna take a photo of this. Cute.
You've done it.
I've done it.
I'm proud of you.
Cute.
Now we have this whole ass mess to clean up.
Yep. Put those to the side, and then here's the oh, these are warm.
Yeah, of course. No kidding, they're warm. You know where they've been?
Yeah. So here's
Take them over.
finished bow.
Ah, okay.
Oh, these are fine. These are fine. These are results. I think these are cuter, but
Yeah,
again,
my thought was hold it together so when the steam is trying to, make filling rupture, it would be held together.
yeah,
The seam would be.
This is a good one. Bacon kimchi. Bacon kimchi is
Bacon and kimchi at the same time.
Yeah, we didn't think of that combination. Shit.
I just did kimchi and bacon. Not at the same time.
We don't have any more dough.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. So I guess we'll let that cool a little bit more. In terms of filling, I mean,
No, not at the same time. I did not think that would be a good idea. So, we just get bacon and we get kimchi.
yeah, it's a decent amount of filling. How many did we end up making?
8?
1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 in the steamer right now, right?
10. We made 10.
10, 12. We made 12.
No, there's 4, 4, and 2. That's 10. That's why I said 10.
Oh!
Do math. And I think folks wanted your opinion on an engineering school.
Oh, here's the thing. As a person who is working with computers all the time, I just tell them what to do the math. I don't think about the math.
So true, bestie. So true.
I don't think about the math myself. I just assume that the computer knows what it's doing.
And it does. That's the cool thing.
And sometimes it does.
It always knows what it's doing. You know what you should be telling us.
No. I don't.
Yeah, tell me. So today we're making...
Tell me hello.
Yeah, welcome. So tell me, our goal here is to make pizza bao because Char told us to. She got some at AX and was like, see if you can make that at home. So we've done it.
Mhm.
These 4 all have pizza, quote unquote, filling, which is this mixture of ricotta cheese for firmness and consistency, tomato sauce, sliced pepperoni, sliced basil, and shredded mozzarella, stirred finely. That's what these are full of. It's kind of salty. I'm gonna see how it tastes after it's been, cooked. 4 more on the steamer right now that have kimchi and cheese, which is her specific demand. Was that the kimchi needed to be paired with mozzarella cheese?
Yep. Here's a combination of the leftover.
Yeah,
It just tastes like kimchi to me.
yeah. And then the last one, Fuba has been asking for bacon on a pizza for a while, so I obliged finally. We did bacon and American cheese in the last 2. We'll see how they are. I have no preconceived notions.
Delicious.
I hope they're delicious.
Delicious.
Oh, there she is. Why am I not following? I guess I don't know, you hate me or something. Hey, Char. Perfect timing, though. You're just at the very end. So these 4 have the pizza filling. And then we've got 4 more on the stovetop right now that are with kimchi. And then we got 2 more after that that are going to have bacon and cheese. Char, did you finish the Millennium Puzzle? Because if you did, that was extremely fast. The time to beat I was telling everybody was like 7 hours. And I've only been streaming for 2.5. And you were only up a half hour before me, which would mean you did it in 3 if you finished it. I know you're a new type and, 3 times faster and everything, but that's very impressive considering. Also, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it.
5 to 7 hours.
5 to 7 hours, but did you finish it? I sure solved it in less than 3. Hostino hypers. I appreciate it.
That rules.
That is very exciting. Very, very good. Big brand new type. Very, very cool.
Yeah, so as you can see, I didn't really do a good job with folding these ones.
So the reason these 3 are round is because I thought the thing you were supposed to do is once you pinch it, to put it upside down on the parchment paper, such that when the steam from the inside of the filling pushes out, it would only have the sealed surface rather than the weak seam of the pinch. Because I was thinking like this one, if steam was trying to force its way out, it would just tear the seam apart, the pinch apart.
You can do it either way.
Yeah, apparently you can do it either way, but these are prettier.
Yeah, I agree. So I tried my best doing the pinching. These are my first 2 attempts at
And
it.
these are the last 2. They're way cuter.
So tiny.
They're very little. These have bacon inside them. They're cute.
Yeah. We also tried the fillings as is, and they were pretty good. They're like decent, so I'm excited to actually try it with the bao.
The final filling we opted. I don't know if you were explaining it. We have ricotta cheese. We've got mozzarella cheese. The ricotta is mostly for texture and firmness. There's shredded pepperoni. There's shredded basil from the garden. And then, of course, tomato sauce for flavor. Big ricotta enjoyer, yes. I agree. My big brain blast was this morning when I was thinking, Okay, so you're making one of these buns, and if you're just putting the same stuff I put on a pizza, which is to say mozzarella, a little Parmesan or Romano, and tomato sauce, it's going to be very runny. And so you're going to do the dollop in the center of the thing, and it's just going to run off the sides before you pinch it. And when you try and pinch it, it's just going to leak. So I thought I needed a way to make it more firm, and that's where the ricotta came from.
Yep. Yeah. I also found that the runnier the filling was, the harder it was to do the pinch.
Exactly.
Because
The kimchi gave you trouble.
yeah, because it kept like exploding and leaking out of the seams, so it was really hard to pinch it together. So hence we have like these ginormous masses.
Yeah, but we'll see how it turns out. As you can see here, this is in fact kimchi mixed with shredded mozzarella cheese. We did the thing you asked for. We've capitulated to your demands. Please don't craft accidents.
All right, I think this is the pizza one. Do you want to try it?
Do you want me to fight it?
What?
Go ahead. What's done is done. Ooh!
Dun, 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 dun,
I'm gonna get a
dun.
photo real quick.
Oh, pretty good. It is like a calzone.
It is like a calzone. Okay, I got my photo.
All right, one half for me, one half for you.
Thank you.
Fresh or old kimchi? We got store-bought kimchi. I don't know how old it is.
It is delicious. Maybe like a shade salty.
Yeah, a bit salty, but not bad. Could have definitely made the bao itself
Yeah.
thinner. Yeah.
We'll learn from next time.
Mhm.
Never done this before.
Mhm.
I said yesterday when I was doing programming, I'm good at exactly, and I'll say it again while I'm making pizza. I'm good at exactly, and this is neither of those things. So
Okay, to answer the kimchi question, the Best Buy date, I'm assuming this is the Best Buy date, is
what the? How could
September 6th, 2022.
how could it go bad this year? Kimchi is already fermented. How could it expire?
So maybe it is old kimchi. Maybe it is old kimchi.
Yeah, that's what I've been told too.
Old funky kimchi is much better for me. Oh, wait, good.
Back in high school, I used to have friends whose families would make kimchi by burying the jar of cabbage like in their backyard, like under the earth.
Backyard?
Yeah.
Damn.
What do you mean?
They just know where to find it afterwards?
Market or something?
Oh, okay.
We're not squirrels. We're human beings. We have tools. New type kimchi, old type kimchi. What are we doing with the kimchi? What are your kimchi preferences?
I like the ones with radishes.
Okay.
Those are yummy.
So I'm assuming you're saying same about burying it, yeah? I thought that was very cool. I don't bury any of my food, so.
Very cool.
Yeah. I think this was a big success.
Newer good for side and older good for soup.
Oh.
Oh.
Bon loves soup.
I
Bon
do
is,
love soup.
Bon is soup obsessed. It's like a struggle to get Bon to eat solid food.
I fucking love mine.
You love soup so
I love
much.
soup.
If you could just have liquid meals for a day, I think you would.
I did.
You've done it before, I know.
Back when I had my teeth taken out, I had to be on a side of liquids.
That's true.
Liquid.
You had to.
I
I'm
had
saying you would choose to.
It's true.
A real soup head. Yeah. I'm always calling her.
Yeah, same taste. Let's go. I'm big soup enjoyer.
I like solid foods too much. I'm a big bread enjoyer. So,
Bread soup.
yeah.
Bread and soup.
And together, the holy matrimony, we go to eat a bread
Oh,
bowl
yeah.
at Panera
A
Bread.
fucking bread bowl. I'm gonna have another one.
Cool.
You want the other half?
Of course. But first, I have to go take these off the
Oh
sticker.
yeah.
All right.
I love the soup aisle. I sure do. Every time I have to go by the soup aisle and like see if I need soup or broth. This happens every time.
The kimchi ones.
The kimchi ones? Do you need assistance?
I just need a place to put them.
Okay. Let me hold on. I don't know how to pan for this. Here.
Thomas?
What is doing?
You have them.
Just leave them in there.
Yeah. All right. These you obviously cannot tell from the visual. Have kimchi.
Mark them.
It's fine. It's a fun surprise. You're gonna get something savory or like super.
Isn't that the same thing?
Not really.
No.
These look good though. The dough, I think it's quite good, but you're right. It's too thick.
Make tomato soup to dip those buns into. Now there's an idea.
Yeah, I think if you dip these in something, they'd be perfect.
Okay. Next time we make these, we gotta make it.
I agree.
Do you prefer these over calzones?
They're different.
That's a Tom question because I don't really like. I don't like. What?
What do you mean you don't? How do you not like? What is there not to like about calzones?
They're just too much. They're just too big.
You eat them over multiple days. It's fine. You just
I guess.
Or all at once. I'm a big calzone enjoyer. These are different though, and obviously you can eat these, 2 bites. So they have that going for them. So I wouldn't say prefer. They're different. They solve different problems. I want to crack open a kimchi one. Oh, I gotta put the bacon ones in also.
Yeah. Delicious. Different bread to filling ratio. Yeah, I think the calzones there's too much.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely way more bread here compared to the filling. I agree. Yeah. But I think they're different. The other thing is like calzones are oven baked. They're brick oven baked just like a pizza. So the outside.
They're hot still.
Yeah. So the outside of the calzone is crispy, whereas these are very soft. What are you doing?
I want to sit.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Sit.
Go ahead. Sure. Have you been eating well? I gotta ask because I know you're on that grind, right? I'm curious if that impacts your ability to eat solid food or liquid food or both. So I hope you're maintaining proper diet.
This is the Italian grandpa speak.
Shut the fuck up.
What?
Shut up.
What?
I'm simply asking what other folks are having. I've asked everybody else what they've eaten for dinner. Now it's Charles. Shut.
I'm just.
Why I oughta shut the fuck up.
Literally, like, this is like a thing that I've noticed where grandmas and grandpas will always ask you, "Have you been eating?"
It's a fucking Zatsudan. What else? I've not bought food for a long time. I think you said Yansha brought you, but I have a lot. That must be nice.
Good.
You're cared for. Cool.
A lot of meal prep.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I went out today to get ricotta and kimchi. I must have looked like a total psychopath to the cashier, where I'm like, there's 2 things I need. I think I also bought a stick of deodorant, also unrelated. So it's 3 things. I got a stick of deodorant, a jar of kimchi, and a jar of ricotta cheese. I'm just like, yes, these are the only things I need. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Has I remember yesterday Yansha's like complaining about AX Con odor.
Yeah.
So that prompted you to buy the deodorant.
No.
Oh, okay.
I just realized I was out of it. It's super hot this week. It's like high 90s, which is very uncommon.
Stingy.
Yeah. So I was thinking about Dio. That's all. Sounds like things are getting wild a little bit.
Yansha brought 10 tacos and quesadillas.
Is that 10 tacos?
Also, is it Taco Bell?
Asians don't BO, thankfully for me and Pawn. I hear that the BO thing is actually linked to there's another gene about earwax, whether it's like flaky or not.
I have very a little bit TMI. I have very greasy earwax.
Cool. I don't know which one it is, one way or the other, but I think it's like why some people will be like, oh, use a Q-tip to clean your ear. Other people will be like, never ever use a Q-tip.
I have to, otherwise I get like swamp ear.
Swamp ear, like Shrek?
Yeah. Ear.
You have flaky earwax. Your genes for smaller sweat glands.
Interesting.
I had to do a double take and read if that was smaller or smellier sweat glands. Interesting. We're learning so much. Obviously, I have neither, as I no longer have ears nor sweat glands, so we're
No.
fine.
But why'd you buy deodorant?
Thought it was funny.
Oh, okay.
I wanted a light snack later after the
Oh.
ricotta, after the kimchi needed something for dessert, you know. Yeah, okay, that's what it is. Of course, Char knows this. Everybody doesn't everybody know about the flaky? Oh my! No, we're in the kitchen. This is a health code violation. Get the fuck out of here. What's the matter? She literally just stuck her whole hand, like whole ass fist in her ear. Deodorant isn't really a thing in Asia. That's nice. Utopian society, truly.
My hands are clean now.
That's cool. That's great. Congratulations. We're really in it now.
Oh, we're really in it now.
Man.
Yeah, me too, dummy. I also have greasy wax. And I think for me it's like a combination because like inside my ear, it's like pretty greasy, but once you like get to like the outer extremities of the ear, it becomes flaky. So maybe I have a combination. I have combination ear.
Combination ear. Now that's an unfortunate malady you've got. Unlucky.
Yeah,
Skill issue, certain individuals would
I
say.
guess. Okay, time to eat the kimchi bun.
Okay, split that bad boy open. Let's see how it looks.
Alrighty. So as you can see, some of it leaked out. Perhaps there is more leakage.
Get that nice and close to the camera and I'll autofocus.
Here's the kimchi bun. This actually looks like a proper vegetable bun.
Yeah.
All things
If
considered.
you didn't know any better, you'd think.
They're very here, but you can ignore that.
Your wax chimera.
Oh shit! This fucking bangs.
Isn't this good? The mozzarella really accentuates it.
I think so. Yeah,
Let's see.
it's pretty good.
Sorry, you're onto something. You're a genius. Everybody knew this already, but you're onto something.
This is big brain.
You're very smart. This was a good idea.
Mmm.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Holy shit.
And the last one is going to be the
The bacon.
bacon.
The bacon.
All right. You talked about earwax and sweat glands. Anybody want to talk about what's inside them? I know, Char, you've got a lot of phlegm going on. You want to
Boogers?
share? Yeah, boogers.
What about them?
I don't know. Seems like the natural trifecta, the way the conversation was going.
Dude, that's gross.
Oh, okay. Hey, we call that Kim Cheese, dude. That's what it's all about.
That's pretty good.
It's not.
You're fun.
I don't know about that one.
You know?
You always say this, but I don't think that would uphold in a court of law. I don't think
An adjuster's court?
in a jester's court, yeah. I don't think any jury would agree that I am quote unquote funny.
I think the deadpanness of you sells it.
Hmm. That's when you find out I'm not making jokes, I'm just actually mean.
Well,
Full
So
of cake
it
and
is.
vinegar, as they say.
yeah, but this is good. This is a really good idea.
I realized I forgot to set the timer for the,
Oh, shit.
the other one. How long do you think these are going to go
I have
for?
no fuck.
In a real bind hearing about earwax and boogers, but looking at make me hungry and also queasy to eat. Atta girl, thank you, Bon.
Girl.
You can blame this one for that, right?
What?
Your fault.
Me?
I'm gonna say it's your fault. I think I actually brought up the topic. But
Yeah, you did. It's actually your fault this
Yep.
time.
yep. Guilty once again. Not funny, just guilty.
Boo.
Yeah, somebody hit me with the boo. It's fine. I deserve it. I'm just gonna assume these are done.
Do they look done?
Do the eyeball check. Yes.
Nice.
They're twice as big as they were before.
Thank you, ISB.
Thank you. I deserve it. I deserve this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna put the bacon ones on here.
Okay. Booba redeem laugh. You're being laughed at too.
Yeah, I mean, I am a joke. Alright, the prettiest ones for last. These two.
It's also the bacon ones.
Yep.
Mm.
And that will do it for us after we eat those, I think, right?
Yeah.
That will be it for the stream.
Delicious.
Delicioso. And we just have to clean up.
Compare. Cooked versus when you're not cooked.
You're crazy. You're unhinged, as they say.
Huh? So interesting realization
Yeah.
is that when the kimchi buns are cooked, it's a lot more spicier than
Interesting. I wonder why.
I guess they just release. I guess the little flakes, the little spicy flakes, release their oils.
Their oils.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's just a hypothesis, though. A guess.
Yes.
Game theory.
A game theory. I was waiting for it. I knew you were... Everything's a fucking game theory with this one. Yeah. I mean, we're right at the end here. Do we have any other two topics we want to cool? Anything else going on in the world of Bon?
No, nothing
No?
at all. Nothing at all. My head is empty.
Where can people find you? What are you going to be doing this week, if anything?
So actually, my fucking master grade virtue display stand finally arrived from USA Gundam store.
Elaborate a little bit more. What does that mean? You just said a
So-
bunch of words.
Okay, so months ago, I built the master grade Virtue Gundam Virtue
Okay.
on stream,
You sure?
and I think Tommy showed me the link to the display stand. It's like a mod, I think. It's not like an official piece of
Ooh.
merchandise.
Aftermarket gunflow modifications. Spooky.
Yeah, but it's a stand that allows you to display both the Virtue armor and the Nautilus. It's like it's supposed to like show like
What's happening? What?
no it shows the armor parts coming out.
Oh.
So
like an exploded view?
sort of. So like in Double O when Nautilus gets revealed, there's this whole sequence where all the armor fucking pops off and the hair the hair kind of flows out. So I think it's supposed and it's supposed to like recreate that sort of scenario.
Check that shit out.
I wonder how crunchy the bacon bits are still.
I know, it's very hot.
It is very hot. The luscious locks. Oh, these are very squishy.
Is that good or bad?
It's kind of like a meat bun.
There's meat inside of it.
Yeah, it's like the consistency of a tasio,
Okay.
sort of, but there's also cheese in it. No, I can taste the crunch still.
Have y'all tried frying them yet? No.
No, we should. I think we could try air frying it.
You could.
I don't feel like pan frying it tonight.
I mean, these are already cooked, right?
Yeah. Oh, we can fry them again as like a reheat
I
method.
assume Charmaine's like pan fry though, with oil in the pan.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
We have not.
That would be for the Baozi boxes that we still need to go through.
How does it compare to the store bought?
So let's see. The Baozis definitely have a lot more filling to them.
There's a lot more liquid in them, right?
There's a lot more filling.
Yeah.
And the bread part is a lot more even in consistency, whereas
Manufactured.
I know, but I'm just saying, I'm doing a compare and contrast, right? Here we have like a mound of
Mhm.
bread, whereas with the Baozi, it's more consistent. I do like the homemade ones because they're more like bouncier. Bread is a lot more bouncier.
I mean, they
Whereas,
haven't been frozen, right?
yeah,
Bread has a problem being unfrozen.
yeah.
Oh.
The bread, I don't like the bread in the Baozi, but I do like the.
Yeah, I agree.
The fillings are really good. I feel like we can do better on the fillings,
Mhm.
and then we can make an even better Baozi than.
I did a science experiment yesterday where I like a huge chunk of mozzarella directly into tomato sauce at high temperature because I wanted to emulate something like this where they just have like liquefied cheese and tomato. I was not able to do it. It did not increase the consistency at all. It just became very weird and the curds kind of just separated.
I think the trick is that they freeze the fillings and then they wrap it.
Yeah, lots of industrial trickery happening here. And again, these are frozen. I just got this out of my freezer, so the bread is a little bit unusual. When you freeze bread, it kind of shreds a lot of the like bread fibers.
Yeah.
Because the water inside it expands and kind of slices how it goes. Yeah, that's why you never freeze bagels, for example, because it'll just.
Despite some people doing it.
They will not be good when you. The ice crystals inside will shred the little like not protein, the fibrous nature of the bread. Freezing ingredients is industrial trickery. You can do that at home too.
Tom doesn't believe in freezing things.
Freezing things is fake. I have not reached the point in human evolution where we understand that you better for longer.
Everything goes in the fridge. And then I guess freezer is my domain.
Well, it's because you put stuff in the freezer and you forget about it.
That's true,
forever.
that too.
Once something just fucking gone.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
you never look in there. You just buy and buy more, or bring home more from your family.
Dude, my grandma gave me so much food.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with it. I feel bad too, because like she'll send me more than I can eat, and then it goes bad, and then I feel bad about throwing it out.
Cramp, I'll check out your buns, your hot buns.
Ooh.
Okay, so ice cream does go in the freezer, but Bon forgets about it and just buys more ice cream very frequently.
I do finish my ice cream sometimes. Oh no, he's gonna call me out now. That's not mine. We bought that for friends. We also bought that for friends.
Okay.
I don't know about the Ben and Jerry's, but that might have been me.
I'm gonna stack these up off screen.
I'm being called out. Holy shit. Wait. Where was...
It's just in the freezer. You literally open the freezer and look.
I got this when we first moved in.
That's disgusting, bro. Throw it out. That's a 5 for those keeping track at home.
Oh my god.
No, Bon is right. Some of these are non-dairy for our lactose intolerant friends. That's disgusting. That's what I'm saying. Stuff goes in the freezer and gets memory hole. Again.
No.
Back they shall go into the memory hole.
Back into the memory hole. It's fine. I'll eat them at some point.
I hope so. But you won't, because they might not even be edible anymore.
Oh, it's true.
The one that we got when you said we got here when we moved in, I am disposing of. I'm not letting you try and eat that one. I'm on my way to help you eat them. Thank you. You're welcome here anytime.
Please come over and help us eat the food.
Yeah. Eating is a chore, so please help. Please assist.
I think American cheese is really good.
It goes well with the bacon, right? It's like a bacon, egg, and cheese. It just needs egg.
How would we incorporate egg in here?
Could you crack a raw egg into it, and then when it steams, it'll cook?
Now, there's an idea. I don't know how you would wrap it.
That sounds difficult, right?
Yeah. You could also scramble it.
You could, but then it's already kind of cooked, right?
Yeah, I guess.
And you cook it again.
Yeah. I like the raw egg idea. I just don't know how you would wrap it.
Logistically, we have to figure that out.
Oh, we freeze the egg.
Oh my god, here we go.
Or a boiled egg. Boiled egg.
Isn't that the same thing that we're basically cooking it twice then, if you boil it and then steam it again?
Oh, Scotch egg bow.
Oh, okay.
Now there's an idea.
This is why she gets paid the big bucks.
It's true. Now there's an idea.
Frozen egg is nasty. Exactly. Freeze the egg. Y'all are telling me you can do it at home, and as soon as somebody suggests freeze the egg.
The idea, okay. So you soft boil the egg.
Okay.
Right? And then you put it into the bowl, and then you steam it, and then it becomes like a more. I hope it's a little more jammy. I don't know.
Jammy.
I don't know if it will become like hard boiled if you cook it twice. You can also devil it. That's also good. These are good ideas.
Yeah.
Are you taking notes?
I could. I'll take notes.
Gave Tom a stare down.
Go get the pen. Back.
Dude, there's a pen right there.
Oh shit, never mind.
this Asian auntie when I was little.
All right. So you're saying what was it?
Like a Scotch egg. Scotch egg bao. Or deviled egg bao. Make the buns and then inject deviled egg mix with the syrup. Ooh, that's also an idea.
Whoa, that's crazy.
She put salty quail eggs into. Oh, whoa!
Quail eggs. Now that's interesting.
That's yummy. Or we could just put like a salted egg yolk in it.
Okay.
That would be pretty good. Like you fill it with ingredients that you normally put in like donzu. And then but it's in bao. Oh yes please, yes please.
Sure.
Thank you. Oh.
My camera's like way out of focus. Whatever. Point taken. I took some notes.
Thank you.
The camera's making a weird noise when I try and autofocus.
Yeah, it does that. That's the motor.
Okay. I mean, usually it. What's the normal filling for a bao? Great question. We've made a weird derivative bao that you can't tell your grandparents.
Well, I can tell them about the kimchi one. I think they'll understand. I just gotta. Well, maybe cheese will be fine. I don't think I can tell my grandma that I put cheese in bao, but maybe my mom will be a little more accepting.
Okay. So Cramp is wondering what normal.
Normal filling is usually like like a pork filling, like a ground pork filling.
Okay.
That's one. That's like the meat bun variety. You can also do like a vegetable bun. Although I don't remember what you put in a veggie bun. Veggie bao. I think it's like chives. Not chives. It's like Chinese chives. I think. It's like a Chinese.
You put green inside of it.
Yeah, you basically put greens in it. You chop it up really finely. Sometimes I think people use watercress. And
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird. That doesn't sound very tasty. I feel like watercress is. I'd say that like we don't feed that to Coco all the time, but well, I guess we don't feed our watercress. No.
Your watercress.
Never mind.
Nine Thai. Yeah. Exactly. Chinese chives. And then there's something else that goes into the veggie one. It's like. Actually, I don't remember. It's been so long. It's been so long since I had like a veggie bao. I usually have like the meat ones, and those are pretty good. Now I'm thinking about dumpling.
That dumpy.
That dumpy.
Gotta get that dumpy.
I'm much better at folding dumplings than I am folding.
How's this? Elaborate for the viewers. Show with your hands if you can.
Okay, so you have this like square, right? And so you put like a bao, you put the filling in the middle, and then you wet the edges, and then you fold it in half, and then you kind of like twist it like that. It's hard to it's hard to just it's hard to show it on a piece of paper because the dough is much more malleable, but you kind of get like this kind of shape.
Like a hat?
Yeah, like a little hat.
Like a wizard hat?
Well, this part is supposed to be like flat. It's supposed to be like that. And then yeah, I think it's like supposed to like represent like a little money thing.
Are you supposed to eat money?
It's considered good luck, I think.
It's considered good luck to eat money? Like,
ingest it.
Delicious.
It's like a representation of good fortune and good luck. Yeah, Chinese chives are huge compared to regular chives. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think it's in the shape of a gold brick. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, yeah. This is going to sound very dumb and childish, but I only learned that the gold bricks in, like, traditional Chinese, I guess, tradition, redundant, are shaped in a non-square, rectangular manner. I learned this from the Lunar New Year Lego building.
Exactly.
Because they used the hot bun.
Yeah.
The bricks are shaped.
Yo, can I store surplus buns in the fridge? Yes.
I mean, they were saying you can. I don't think freezing bread's a good idea, but that's my
You can
problem.
definitely store bao in the freezer. You can definitely do that. And then when you just want to have some, you just pop it back into the steamer, re-steam it, and then eat it.
So true.
So true. So true.
I think that's gonna do it for us. Yeah.
Okay.
We're at approximately time.
Mhm.
We've tried one of all of them. I think I actually like the bacon one quite a bit.
Yeah.
I think eggs would help with there a bit. The kimchi one is a bit much kimchi for me.
I love
I'm
the kimchi
white,
one.
so my opinion doesn't matter here. I like kimchi like a lot too, but like it's small. I was just saying yesterday how like I've got terrible GI problems with relation to spicy food.
It's supposed to be good for your intestinal tract because it's full of probiotics.
It needs to fix the scar tissue that I have in my GI tract.
Oh,
I don't think no amount of probiotics in the world are going to fix that problem.
that's true.
And then the pizza one I think is good. It's too salty.
Yeah,
I think it
too
needs
salty.
more tomato,
More tomato.
less
Ricotta.
basil. Too much basil.
Too much basil?
Yes.
I think it was plenty of basil.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it was too much.
I think it was a good amount.
Maybe it was too much pepperoni then. I don't know.
I think it
There's
was too much pepperoni.
too salty one way or the other. Like too much of a certain flavor. Not sweet enough. So more tomato sauce would probably be good. Definitely would be willing to try these again if you're willing to help me in the kitchen in a future
Absolutely.
PIZZATSUDAN. And as always, if you guys were cooking at home, hashtag I love to see people cooking along at home. It makes it all worth it. I'm very happy when I see people say, oh, I learned how to make pizza dough for the first time or whatever, and I'm liberated from the shackles of big pizza. No longer do you need to order from Domino's or, God help you, Papa John's. You can do it at home with your own 2 hands. Very empowering.
You're your own papa now.
Yeah, it's true. I'm the papa now. Exactly. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna go quickly observe and see if there's anybody for us to raid. If not, that'll just be in the stream. Chara says she likes Papa John's, so I am regrettably also going to be starting the twit longer that I'll be posting after stream, talking about Hoshino Char and why she is unfortunately canceled. But I digress. It's a shame it had to come out like this. Thought we had a good thing going. All right. Bon, entertain people for 2 seconds.
2 seconds. Hi. I hope y'all had a good time hanging out with us. Can I plug myself again?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking at the display stand for the Master Grade Virtue. I'm gonna see if we can build it on stream tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern time. That's all I had in mind. That's it. That's it for me. That's it for my plug. Papa John's is the first time I've been able to taste the sugar in the pizza dough. Holy shit, that much? I don't know if you can hear Tom, but he said that's fucking disgusting. Pizza sacrilege. Oh, actually, is there sacrilege to pizza? We've made pizza bao. And I feel like that's edging it a bit. Perhaps we're just exploring the boundaries. So, where are we rating? Are we rating anywhere?
Yeah, I'll set it right. I just came back to say yes, that you should never be able to taste the sugar in the dough. I thought you were saying you could taste the sugar in the tomatoes, which is like a lot also. Sugar in the dough? Ew. That's fucked
Donut
up.
at that point, right? A
Don't
pizza donut?
That sounds like some fucked up thing like Pizza Hut in Hong Kong would make with the Oreos.
Oh yeah.
I should do one of those one time.
Yeah, you should.
I don't
do it.
No, I'm not saying like what you're saying is right. Anyway, as for a raid, I'm going to send you guys to fellow tech type VTuber Professor Tiberius. It says he's playing Fall Guys. I don't know if he's doing like some kind of collaborative event or anything. So go give him a warm welcome. He's very nice. He's built a lot of cool tools for the VTuber community. He's got a bunch of like web tools that handle all sorts of cool stuff with models. He's a big Pokemon nerd, so you can ask him about Pokemon. A lot of his redeems involve throwing Pokeballs at him. You can do all sorts of stuff. He traveled recently to Salt Lake City, I think, to participate in the VGC video game tournament for Pokemon in person, which is pretty cool. So feel free to pick his brain about Pokemon. He's a big enthusiast. And with that, I'm going to go set up the raid, and I will see you guys, I don't know when, because I'm not going to be streaming this coming weekend. Bon, you're going to be streaming Monday.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yes. So I will probably catch folks, I guess, August?
It would be August. Holy shit.
Cool. I'll let you know. I'll see if I can do some middle of the week there. But until next time, Bonacera, good evening and good night.
Bye-bye. Oh, we gotta set up a stream, right? Or a raid? There we go. Bye-bye, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope